flip, yeah. Turn it into a dive. All right. So, when last we left our heroes, they had been making their way through the Elsir Vale, the Witchwood, in fact, and
Witchwood.
they cleared out Vrathkeep and killed Wormlord Koth, one of the generals of the High Wormlord, Obould, Many Arrows, the Khan, if you will, the Khan of Khans. And they'd been told, or they'd found the marching orders of the army. Hold on, is my audio coming through all right?
Oh yeah, listening.
Cool. Excellent. They'd got their marching orders, or the army's marching orders. They'd made their way up north to Skull Gorge Bridge, where the bridge itself was guarded by Yeezymandius, the Green Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was Saudade, in the view of this small encampment of a half a dozen tents clustered on the northern side of the bridge, and under the watchful gaze of orc archers up in the battlements, decided to parley, I believe, with the dragon, and the most impressive creature you've ever seen sort of stands before you, rearing up in front of you, Saudade, having just challenged the dragon to bring out its champion. It is now before you. The massive beast opens its maw, and green acid drips out, sizzling into the dust. First thing I'm going to have you do is roll initiative.
Yep.
Yeah, Saudade. Roll initiative.
I think we all have to.
Yeah, I think it's a we thing, right?
This seems unfair.
It seems too fair, to be perfectly honest.
What just happened for that? Oh, it was you.
Oh no. Yeah. I rolled a 2. Mighty 2.
Keg also rolled a 2.
Sorry, +4.
Okay.
My initiative is now a mighty 6.
And as a reminder to you and to anyone who is watching, you can spend the Twitch inspiration points, the free loyalty points, to give these no-hopers a bit of an extra hope, a little bit of an extra chance. I wouldn't advise getting their hopes up like that, though, by giving them inspiration and giving them help.
What's the rules on giving myself inspiration?
Yeah, it's just going to draw this out, though. I think a quick, clean death is certainly more favourable. Is preferred, even.
So,
Incognito.
just to let everyone else
loading up.
For the other millions of listeners, I would just like to let you know that the Saudade Memorial Fund will be opening up in about 30 minutes. 60% of the proceeds will be going to paying off Saudade's debts.
Also,
Oh, God.
we've done away with being able to donate for the Wandering Monster, but there is the DM phylactery bar that does get filled very, very slowly as sort of tips, bits, and subs take place. And if that fills up, then I have a very angry table to roll on where bad things could happen to the party. There's a couple of good things in there too, but it's mostly bad.
What could be worse than what is currently happening?
2 green dragons.
Like, what are you fucking on about, mate?
You attack the dragon and you cut it in half, and then you fight 2 dragons.
And you could always be, from personal experience, you could always be stuck in a never-ending seduction with a succubus. You know, like that's
We don't talk about the pyramid.
Oh, so
That could
Dan,
be
you
worse.
sound very far away. Is that just me? I can hear
That's
Brent
happening.
and Doug.
How's
quite
this?
clearly.
Is this better?
That is better.
Okay,
A
my
lot
microphone
better.
was far away.
Dan voice.
Oh, hey. Settle on in.
Oh, so
to
yes, I
the
need to be reading out my rolls, don't I? So I got a 21.
Dungeons and or Dragons. That puts you at the top of the thing. Saudade, what was your total in the end? 2?
I had a mighty 6.
Mighty 6.
Yeah.
Let's roll for Horrific, Pegasus, and Warg. All greatly named.
I mean, me and my warg are ready to fight. 20s and 21.
Yeah. And so the last thing we remember from last session was, I believe, and perhaps Sean, you can run me through it again. I thought it was Saudade shrugging, saying Makara, and throwing a spear. Did you want to? Yeah.
Yeah, he so Yeezymandius said, "Well, I'm the champion." I looked to my left and I looked to my right. I was like, I looked at my boy Gronk and I said, "Akora," and I just charged and I launched a spear at the base of the dragon's throat.
Excellent. So I'm gonna let
And
you
I
get
think
that.
it was a mighty throw.
Sure, I'm gonna let you make that attack because it might be the last one you ever make. I want you to
man,
be.
Wait, take it easy.
How does 24 sound?
24 hits.
Beautiful. It's a D6 because I'm not using 2 hands on the spear. Oh fuck! I rolled a 1 plus 4, so it was a piercing 5.
Piercing 5.
Boys, it's probably about 1% of the damage done. All right.
We're on the
Start lifting your weight.
The real question
Sorry.
is, would you rather? Would you want to see the dragon's health abstracted?
Oh no, yeah, you don't show us the health. That just makes it even more. That makes it scarier.
Cool. All right.
Or will like the size of the health bar actually really show us how out of our depth we are?
I'm just going to assume it has infinite health and we're going to die.
Tell you
No,
what,
no.
if one of you are like well versed in dragons or can give me some kind of arcana perception, something something along those lines to kind of analyze it, I'll throw it up. But if not, you're just fighting and you just have no idea how beaten and bruised it is.
Yeah, fair enough.
Keg will roll. Keg will have a perception roll.
You rolled a 2 for initiative, so like you can do that on tomorrow's turn. As the spear sort of flies over, just grazing barely grazing the scales of this giant green dragon.
It grazed the scales, though. Let's just be very clear.
Yeah.
It grazed the
God
scales.
King can bleed.
But it's not bleeding yet. It's
Be
scratched.
grazed, it can die.
Yeah.
Now, Dan,
Yes.
can I just ask, seeing how I threw the spear, can I still run and complete this pre-attack?
No, I'm going to say that your spear attack was essentially like a surprise round, and then shit's popped off.
Okay.
And if you wanted to do more things, you should have rolled better with your initiative. It is Gronk's turn.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to call it like I see it. Attack plan Delta. Keg, attack it from the sky. Saudade, attack it from the ground. I'm going to attack it from where it could never be suspected. From the
butthole.
inside.
Oh, no.
Now,
We're going
Dan,
full Guardians of the Galaxy with this, are we?
pretty much. Dan,
Yes.
how big is this thing?
It's an excellent question. So it's definitely bigger than a horse.
Well, I'm on a walk, so.
Yeah. It's bigger than that, right? So it's
is there substantial chewing involved, or is it like a one shot down the gullet kind of thing?
I think it would have to I think it would have to bite you in half and then
that's not gonna work.
again, right?
All right,
So
attack plan Delta's off the menu, boys. Attack plan Theta. Saudade and I will keep it on the ground. Keg,
But hang
control
on,
the
hang
sky.
on.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you read the plan? I thought we put the plan up.
Keg could probably fit in its skull.
That's true, but you have the only flying manticore.
If it needs to chew Gronk in half, that's a solid swallow of cake.
Do you want to fight it from the inside, Keg?
Alright, I'm in the sky.
I think you should attack it from the sky. I think you need to maintain air superiority. We're gonna fight like this thing like Golf 1.
Oh yeah, alright.
So
Excellent.
Gronk kind of calls out the play. You're still mounted on your warg, I believe. You'd all
Does it have an exhaust port?
So a weakness. Have I built in a weakness?
So yeah, I'll just charge forward with my warg and see if I can't just get a solid charging blow.
Sure. Yeah. So you and your warg kind of move as one. And
I am naturally going to rage though because I'm not holding anything back in this fight.
Absolutely.
And I think that you've given me a thing for that, haven't you?
I'm going to put your warg behind you, even though it's under
Yep.
you, but it just looks better. Raging. That's it.
Did that? Okay, cool. Awesome. Targeting and rolling for my attack. Oh, at 19.
19 will hit.
Yes. No, a 7 for damage, sir.
All right. Woo! Oh, it's almost dead, guys. You did it.
Excellent.
You charge forward with on the warg. You give it a good mush. What do you scream? Like, what is your rage kind of battle cry as you close the gap here?
I think it would have been Keg attack it from the sky as I charge forward.
Nice.
And with my second attack, I'm assuming a 10 doesn't hit.
10 does not hit, I'm afraid. The warg, though, will get an attack.
Cool.
The warg will do a bite. Unfortunately, a 12 is not enough to hit. As it sort of pulls you, it charges you into melee range as you're swinging the great axe around, holding onto the warg with just your knees, and the warg itself is trying to get in there and bite, and you're sort of nipping it at this dragon's heels as it rears up and starts inhaling deeply.
That's a good sign. It's getting tired.
You see the archers up on the towers.
It's out of breath.
Kind of look down, and they seem to be watching the show. One of them's pulled out a small bag of trail mix, and they're looking forward to seeing Wayward Adventurers just be it. Now, Keg, you have a chance here with as it is Horrific's initiative before yours. Now, do you want to issue the? Do you want to take full control of the Manticore, and therefore its initiative will be kind of where it is, or do you just want to give it commands, like general commands, actually, and it'll do its own thing but follow your commands, or take control, but then it's going to wait for your turn to give it orders?
I'll just blast out some commands.
Yeah. What are you telling Horrific to do?
I must be lagging, so that's okay.
Yeah.
My voice must be lagging. That's all good. All right, fly, Horrific, fly.
Horrific leaps up 50 feet in the air. With you on its back.
Excellent. Excellent. Towards its head.
Okay.
I'm trying to aim it.
Cool. Well, the dragon probably stands. It's an excellent question of how big is the ancient dragon? How big is the? Huge dragons are 55 feet long. This is not one of those. I mean, this thing's
This
like
one's
50.
bigger.
Yeah. How big is huge? Holy shit! Have I not made it big enough?
It grows exponentially in size.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's 15 by 15. Okay. So it's probably like a good. It's got to be like 15 feet tall, right? Or even taller if it's kind of reared up. Yeah. But Horrific sort of leaps up maybe about 30 feet in the air, so that you're still kind of within range, and flies forward to get alongside the dragon and kind of do a bit of a circle round.
I want to sort of buzz around its head like an annoying fly, trying to get it to like lift off the ground and snap at me.
Absolutely.
I essentially want to try and get it to take off.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're up above it, buzzing the tower, as it were, and the dragon's looking mighty miffed that it's dealing with this tiny half-orc trying to cut its toenails, and this keg manticore nonsense trying to give it a fade. In fact, Yeezymandius will flap his wings, sort of stretches them out, and flies up into the air. In fact, as he rises, he lets out sort of this screech, and I need each of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Not bad.
What'd you get, Sean?
19 plus my wisdom, which is +3.
Hey, son, you winning?
Thank
Hey,
God I rolled
Josh.
well.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, no, I didn't. I rolled a 9. I thought it was an 18.
They're different roles.
Yeah. So, Keg, you are not frightened. Gronk, you are frightened.
No, I know.
Enraged. I cannot be frightened.
There you go. Saudade, what was yours?
22.
Ah, easily. You are also not afraid. However, your mounts need to make saving throws.
Horrific is literally named after being frightening, so I think we know how he's going to go.
Kegasus and Horrific are frightened, and they refuse to. They cannot willingly move closer to the dragon.
I don't know if you
I
heard.
refuse to believe that Horrific is frightened.
What was that, Sean?
And I actually...
Go ahead, Sean.
Don't worry about it. It's just sorry. I the delays just like don't. It's all good. Let's go. This is go.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Lag kills banter.
So the dragon sort of rears up, getting to its full height, and takes flight. And something about its presence chills your mounts to their core. The only one who's not affected is Warg, or the Warg. I'm not sure if we gave Warg a name, but
It was called Dory.
oh, Dory. Okay, sorry, I'll leave him here. Oh, it is Dory. Yeah, why isn't it? There we go.
Because he's adorable.
That's right. For whatever reason, Dory is not afraid, perhaps having spent a lot of time around dragons. And the dragon is going to breathe out its breath in a cone here. Now, Saudade, I see you away from your mount. Are you on Kegasus? Are you next to Kegasus? Where are you?
No, because remember how I had like that little. I looked to the guys and I just threw the spear. I don't get a good throw. Like I don't get a good throw spear, like a spear throw from on top of a man.
Oh, okay, right. Cool. Let's see. I've got a cone here of a 60-foot cone. Just a massive, massive cone. I think that kind of hits all of you. The dragon, as it rises up, spews forth a is it poisonous or acidic? A poison breath. This poisonous gas kind of lances forth, turning what shrubbery there is to just wilt over and die. I need each of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
12. 14, but like how close to it to be to you again?
You don't need to make it, Keg. You're out of its range. You're up above it. And also, Saudade is 40 feet away from Keg. I don't think Keg's aura extends that far.
I rolled a 14 altogether.
14? Okay.
Oh, fuck. I don't like that, okay.
51 poison damage.
What?
Comes spewing
Pegasus
forth.
just die?
Yeah. Actually, no, Kegasus has 59 health, so Kegasus is still standing.
What?
Dory targets it almost instantly. Pretty much instantly. There's nothing left of Dory but a skeleton.
So I just got my mount wiped out from underneath me.
Yeah.
You're so gonna die.
What?
It's so fucked. All right. I recommend attack plan Alpha. We bravely ran away, brave.
Keg, as the so Saudade, you take 51 damage as you failed the con save. Gronk, you.
I got a 19 because I have advantage, but it didn't do it. I don't know why.
Okay, that's fine. You need to hold. I think it's shift click to do advantage.
I did control, and it showed me both things, but it's only.
Either way, we can see the two there anyway. Yeah. So you take half damage.
Fuck off. So 25.
Yeah, man, this might be a bad idea. This might be a total.
This might be a real fucking bad idea.
Keg, I'm going to give you an attack of opportunity here as the dragon sort of flies past you, aiming for height, as it sort of shoots up past you.
Is its mouth open as it's shooting past me?
Sure, because it's just like let out a stream of death.
I have 2 bottles left that I have been saving of Asmodeus's Hellfire whiskey.
Yeah.
Intelligence loss, slight buzz, and a chance of death.
Uh-huh. You want to try and toss one of those bad boys in?
Nah, both.
Oh, you want to drink one? You're like, this is the death I want.
I go out on my own terms.
No, I want to throw them both in.
I'll let you try and throw one in.
Okay, what would you like me to roll for this?
So this will be like a, do it like your keg attack, like your tankard attack, I think. Because you're essentially trying to serve up this hot spicy drink.
That's it.
How do I redeem my things in chat so I can give myself inspiration?
So at the bottom of chat, there's that yellow D20.
Yeah,
you can click that to spend inspiration player for 500. And then it should come up on my little notification bar here that you've done that. And yeah.
So Keg vomited when he saw the acid fall wash over his friends, and Dory just turned into bones. And then I assume the dragon turned and flew upwards to try and get above me.
Yeah.
And as Keg's vomiting, he's looking down at his belt that he's vomited all over and sees the 2 flasks of Asmodeus brew that he's been saving. And just without thinking, hurls one at the dragon as it flies past.
All right, excellent. A 19 is pretty good. So you kind of throw this this stoppered flask at the dragon, and it, thinking it's some sort of it like sort of snaps at it in midair as it kind of hits it in the face. I'm gonna have to make it. I'm gonna have to look up what Asmodeus Hellbrew does. I know you told me just before, but
yeah, I took general notes. It was Hellfire with the
Hellfire. That's right.
Yeah.
Brewed by demons, devils, and even dwarves, it is said that Hades himself came up with this drink as a way to get himself drunk, primarily tastes of strong whiskey and lots of cinnamon. Drinking this could cause death, partial intelligence loss, or just a slight buzz. And okay, let's see how the dragon goes with this one. Con save.
God damn it. God damn it.
So it rolled a 9, but it got an 18.
Okay.
As it's got some buffs to Constitution, as you would imagine. You see sort of a fiery burning in its mouth. You think maybe it's at that slight buzz stage for now. And I'll roll. That's good. It did not like it. It's sort of pulling that. I mean, it's got a snout for a face, so it can't really pull the "I just did a tequila shot" face. But it's you can tell from its eyes. Its eyes are starting to water. It's looking around for some soy milk or some green tea. But yeah.
So one more and it should be dead.
I guess we'll find out. Saudade. Alex has sent you inspiration, Gronk.
I know, I saw him. I love him. Who said our healer didn't come to play?
That's it.
Alpha from Team Chat, from Twitch Chat.
You at home could be the healer they need. Maybe I should create one that's like 800 points or 1,000 points. You get to give them like a lay on hands or a cure wounds.
Yeah, please.
If only we had a healer on our team. If only.
You could cast, Sanctuary on us, or
do we still have a Sean? Sean's muted.
He's muted. You may not realise.
Sean's gone. And
he's
Doug's
given up.
Gonna do what Doug does.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Lol.
While we wait for Sean, I see you there in chat. I see you, beautiful, beautiful people. Why on? Oh, okay. You hacked Sam's account. Okay, so Sean has, despite us what we thought he'd overcome the dragon's frightful presence, he has not.
Literally run. He's run. He's like, oh, fuck it.
I heard his dog barking. Oh no, he's back.
Sorry, no, the dog was begging for food.
Ah,
yeah.
That's not a very nice thing to call Adele.
Oh wow, wow. Cool. So. Yeah, how high up is the dragon?
There is a little number above its head.
There's plus 60 feet from what I can see.
Yes, yeah.
Pegasus is frightened.
Kegas... No, sorry. The Manticore... Oh, Kegasus is frightened? Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay. You know, Dan, you fucked up my plan.
How did I fuck up your plan?
He's not even aware of the plan.
Oh, he's aware of the plan.
Oh,
You have a plan?
There was a plan. That plan no longer exists. It's no longer in play. Keg, how far up the ground are you? 30 feet.
I'm about 50 feet off the ground.
Gronk, how far do you reckon you could throw me?
pretty far. You've got feather
with or
fall, so
without
you're quite
breaking your bones.
Yeah. I'm going to jump off you whilst you push me up. I'm going to then boost off Keg and then hopefully land on the dragon 60 feet up in the air like a Shaolin monk. This is going to look very epic. We're all right.
Yeah. So is this a Wonder Woman moment where it's like, Diana, shield, and you jump off the Gronk.
Move off the Gronk, then like obviously me and Gronk won't make it up 60 feet together, so it'll be to get the Keg, who will get me the rest of the way.
Sure, I'll allow it.
Gonna Mario Yoshimi.
Yeah,
Alright,
didn't this
let's
happen
do
in
this,
Avengers where they,
Yeah.
spite? Yeah, I remember this. I think this is where they got it from.
Exactly.
So Gronk,
I'm
I'm
using
gonna
my
need
acrobatic skills.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some checks here. So Saudade, acrobatics. Gronk, give me an athletics, and Keg, give me an athletics.
No problem.
I rolled a 13 plus 7, so 20. Yeah, baby.
Easy.
I've done my part, fellas. Let's get me up there.
Keg's done his part.
Luckily,
Yeah,
Gronk
Keg.
gets
Oh, Gronk.
advantage because he is raging.
I just didn't click it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's not
Gronk.
much better, but it's a bit better.
So that's a 21 athletics from Keg, a 14 athletics from Gronk. He's kind of letting the team down here. I will. How do we rule this?
Some more advantage because it's cool.
Because there's two 20s and a 14. I know what you mean.
What'd you get, Sean?
I got a non-natty 20. I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Gronk could do this, but it's gonna hurt him if he wants to really
Alright.
get you up there.
Yeah, I can take the pain.
Just a cheeky 6 damage. It kind of pulls at your shoulder in the wrong way. There's still like that skin is still tender from the poison, and your lungs are a bit. You got that smoker cough. You breathe some of that gas in, but you're able to kind of get Saudade up there on this dragon.
Excellent. All right, Saudade, win the game.
Yep, that's the plan.
You're riding a drunk poison dragon.
I'm now on the dragon.
Mm-hmm. So you are also
And
60
it's
feet
good.
up. Yeah, so you're also 60 feet up.
And I guess the thing which I want to do is I want to blind the dragon first, right? So can I punch it in its eyes and count it as like a physical version of the blind eyes, basically? I want to do like snake eyes and like poke it in its eyes. Like I don't know why, but it's going to count as blind. I'm going to hope that this counts as blinded.
So, I mean, if this thing was like a regular horse, you would still have to put your arms to either side of its head to get at it. I'm assuming you're kind of landing maybe on its neck. In fact, where are you trying to land?
Definitely on the neck. Definitely on the neck, or like at least in between its wings.
You think you could try and get an eye, but is this like one of your martial arts techniques? Like, is this a thing that you have that you can blind people?
Oh, I mean, like we're definitely
Dragon
using the snake. Out of the 5 different, the crane, the monkey, the tiger. I'm using the snake on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's make it like you do with your key point stuff, right? Like you've got to like almost like do a maneuver to try and do this,
Mhm.
and it's going to try and make let's say like an acrobatics contest. It's trying to like move its head around, and you're trying to stay on.
You want me to burn a key point?
Yeah, I think so, because you're going for like a pretty crazy maneuver.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Cool. Rolling now. 14 plus 7, so 21.
That is going to beat the 7 for the Green Dragon. So you're able to get in there,
eye, baby.
and you've kind of punched it. You've punched it in one eye. Give me the attack roll.
Oh, the attack roll. Cool. Yeah, that'd be good. Sorry, I'm currently making sure.
I'll give you advantage on this because you've kind of punched it in the eye, and it's having trouble seeing out that side of its face.
8 altogether.
8 is still not with advantage. You got an 8.
Okay. Oh, do an attack roll. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
18. For the 20. I fished for the 20. And it's 20. So that's a natty 20.
All right. Yep. So you're able to get in there. You're kind of beating it around the eye. You're hanging onto the top of this thing's head. It's almost like you're hanging onto the top of a car. Give me that damage.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 4 plus 4, so I did a walloping 10.
So you rolled all the dice twice?
Yeah, I only rolled 2 dice. I only rolled 1 anyway, so a 2 and a 4 plus a 4, the normal attack.
All right. So the dragon is sort of blinded out of one eye. I'm going to say any kind of melee, any kind of attacks it tries to make, potentially will be if not full disadvantage, they'll definitely be hindered as it's trying to kind of shake you off and claw you off as you spin higher and higher into the air. What else you got for me, Saudade?
So that counts as we're only 60 feet in the air. That's fine.
That's your first attack.
I'm also going to. Huh?
That's your first attack.
That's my first attack, of course. 13. 13. Yeah, so 13 on the second attack. So that's 20 altogether with the plus 7.
That'll hit.
6 damage on the second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Then 17 altogether on the third attack.
17 is not going to cut it. Your final attacks, you slam your fists into the hard scale of the dragon, but you're unable to find a good spot, unfortunately.
That's all right. I did 3% of its health, I reckon. 3%.
Way more than any of us have done.
Keg, you're up next.
Yeah, I am. Not a problem. Not a problem.
So this dragon is sort of 30 feet above you. You can see up on top of it, dangling off its throat and sort of the side of its face, trying to avoid his feet landing in its jaws, is an old man, beyond his years. You try and you were circling around its head before, and it has shot up past you, and horrified refuses to go closer.
Yes, horrified, frightened. How bloody ironic. All right. Not a problem at all. How far away is the dragon from where I am at the moment?
It's about 30 feet up.
30 feet. 30. I wonder what a charger leap would look like. What do you reckon?
Whoa, what do you want it to look? Look, if you give me a strong athletics check, I'm imagining you kind of, you leaping off horrified to kind of make that same kind of distance Saudade did. You'd probably be able to maybe grab hold of one of its feet or its tail. Let's see here. 14. It's going to try and swerve to try and prevent you from landing this. That's a 10 on its dex save. So you're, despite it trying to move out of the way, it's too distracted by Saudade. You're able to grab on. Now, were you aiming for the legs or the tail?
Tail, please.
Cool. So you've sort of grasped onto the tail, the sort of spined tail of this thing, being whipped around in the air.
Excellent. I try and throw Saudade a bottle of my cranky clergyman.
Okay.
What would you like for that?
Give me another athletics check. I think that'll be good. 17? Yeah, absolutely. So, Saudade, you hanging off the side of this thing, like Hulk hanging off the side of a building. A glass bottle, stoppered bottle, comes flying at you from sort of the nether regions of this dragon.
Nice. Zor throw.
One hell of a throw. One hell of a leap and a throw just to get some health across to you. If only we had a healer.
If only.
I'll let you have one more attack, Keg, so that's sort of one of your attack actions to kind of throw a thing.
Excellent. I want to go for its genitals.
All right.
Gonna punch it in the dick.
I'm going to punch it in the dick or vagina or cloaca.
At the risk of my my search history, actually, no, I'm not going to search for what to drag.
Look it up. Lizard dick.
I'm on a wet computer.
All right, let's go. Spellbook. Come on, mate. Where are you? Come on, Doug. You do this every fortnight. Hit the thing with the stuff that you have.
So roll the attack with the battle tank at first, and then if you hit, you can burn the spell slot to do the smite. 15 to hit, unfortunately, is not enough, as you're sort of flailing around there. You're trying to climb up this thing, and you can't find enough time to kind of hit it in a good spot with the tankard while still sort of clinging on for dear life.
What's this thing got? Armor-clad genitals? Jesus.
Gronk.
Okay. How high is the tails tip off the ground?
Excellent question. So it's sort of 15. It's got to be like 15, 20 feet long, right?
Yeah.
So and it's kind of ascending vertically for now. So it's like reared up on its back wings. So it's maths. It's got to be like 35 feet off the ground.
Can we make
40 feet off the ground.
Can we make it 25 feet off the ground?
What is your high jump?
No, high jump's lower than that.
Yeah.
But
what's your strength score
hook's
currently?
25 feet, so see where I'm heading here.
Yeah, I see where you're heading. What's your strength score currently? 16. And you're like 7 foot. Your high jump's only 6 feet off the ground.
Yeah,
you could reach up and grab something 16 feet off the ground. Wow. With a running start. So with a running start, you could throw your grappling hook. It's going to be tough, though.
No, because I need to make sure I get an attack off this round, otherwise I burn a rage. That's okay. I kneel down into the acidy remains of my poor, adorable warg.
Mm-hmm.
And with a tear and a rage-inducing howl, I reach down into its poisoned remains, grab a rock, and heft a poison rock up at the dragon.
Okay.
That'll learn it.
Give me an attack roll as if it's your axe, because I think that'll be the same, like the strength-based attack here.
19! I crit!
So you crit with the
Take
rock.
that, dragon.
All right, so and I think you get brutal criticals as like a.
I do get brutal criticals.
Jesus. Roll for me 3d6 then.
Roll? Don't not roll. RD6. No. Roll. That only did. Oh, plus. Right, I'm an idiot.
So do two more d6s.
10
Cool.
damage. Awesome. I'm a triple crit. I did 10 fucking damage.
Oh,
Bullshit.
13 total.
No, that first one's only a 1.
Yeah, but I wanted you to roll 3 of them.
Yeah, so 1 plus 9 is 10.
Oh yeah, but I'm adding your strength as well. So.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
So it's call that 13. 13 damage into this dragon. You throw a rock at it.
Flip it off too. Fuck you.
Yeah, I think you get a second attack here actually.
I do. I'll throw another rock.
Jesus.
That one was
15 is not going to cut it. The dragon has now sort of gotten above that height. You've miscalculated. You narrowly miss Keg, who's obviously dangling off the dragon's tail.
I flip it off and tell it, "Fuck you! Come and fight me like a man."
Horrific is going to try and get over his dragon phobia. Repeat the saving throws at the end of each of its turns. Nope, he's not going anywhere. What about Kegasus? Seeing you sort of kneel down in Dory's remains and pick up bones and rocks to hurl at the dragon, you feel a sort of a wooden muzzle, or nuzzle up against you, Gronk, as Kegasus kind of shakes off the fear from the dragon. Now Kegasus doesn't look great. A lot of the excellent, usually shiny, dark oak of their body has been sort of pockmarked with this poison gas, and it's not happy days.
Fiery look at my eye. In my eyes, I look at Kegasus's wings, and I look up at the dragon.
We'll see what happens on your turn. But for now, Yeezymandius, flying around, has got a keg on him. Let's see if his breath weapon recharges. Nope. But he tries to reach up and he's going to try and grab at you, Saudade, and sort of bite at you. Or actually, he's going to claw at you on the side of his face, right? So he's gonna do that with disadvantage here. Oh.
Beautiful.
We'll roll it again. Does a 16 hit?
16 does not. Let me triple check. 16 does not hit.
Okay, so it's trying to claw at you on the side of its face. It's doing that thing where it's got something attached to the side of its mouth, and it tries to claw at you, and it does that. Oh, there's an actual tail attack here. That's cool. It also tries to bite at you. With disadvantage because you punched it in the face so hard. That's an 18 to hit.
18. Oh yeah, wow. 18 does hit.
Okay, so that's going to be 13 piercing damage and 10 poison damage as it sort of bites. It's able to. You're kind of holding onto the side of its head, and you kind of get clipped. One of its fangs kind of scrapes up your shin, and you feel instantly sort of this poison coursing through your leg. And it's
With that attack, was that also a disadvantage?
Yeah, it rolled 22 in the first time. Are you unconscious?
No, I mean, that's one way to look at it. I would like to use the I'm not quite there. The consciousness department, like I've rested my eyes for an indefinite amount of time.
Okay. You start falling off the dragon, and you're about to fly past Keg at terminal velocity. I need you to make a death saving throw first, though.
Does Featherfall work?
Alright.
Does Featherfall work when he's unconscious?
I doubt
Doesn't
it.
say it doesn't.
I don't think you get any of your features while unconscious, unless it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let me do a death saving throw. And whilst also trying to slow fall, you can reduce. I have to use a reaction. 15, natty 15. What do I? Is it just the roll, or do I get to add anything else? Constitution?
No, you don't get to add Constitution, but that's enough to succeed on a death save.
Cool.
I probably would have even let you get +2 from Keg, seeing as you're about to plummet past him. And we move on to Keg's turn, in fact. Keg, you're dangling from a giant lizard tail, and the old man seems to have lost his grip, probably fallen asleep again as he falls off the dragon. He's about to go past you. You have a couple of options here for sure.
Yeah, it is hard to watch a friend fall to his death.
So I don't work.
Obviously, I'm going to try and catch Saudade on the way down.
Okay.
So I guess that's athletics or strength.
Yeah, I think it's going to be athletics. And I'm going to say that you can't, because your hands will be full at that point, you can't make attacks from then on if you're holding him.
Oh, don't worry about that. We got a plan. But first we have to catch him. So, let's worry about that first.
That's 26 athletics. I think that's a pretty solid catch. You lean out as far as your short arms will let you, and just pluck him out of the air. You're now doing a Captain America where you've got the helicopter in one hand, the ground in the other. You're trying to you're trying to pull them in together, and hold your weight and Saudade's on this dragon.
That's beautiful. Thank you. I am going to. So what I was thinking was I would catch him out of the air, doing this beautiful Captain America, where Cake's muscles are glistening. Just use the momentum of his fall to swing him face first into my spigot, so that his unconscious mouth slips over the smooth metal of it,
Oof,
and I empty 40 points of lay on hands down his throat.
I think that's fair. You can definitely do that.
Excellent, and hopefully that revives him.
Yep. Saudade, you come conscious, being held by sort of the scruff of your robes, or possibly just your kilt.
Hair.
Hair. I thought he has a shaved head.
As I become conscious, you just hear me go, "I never die." Thinking that I'll kill myself again.
Well, you can't talk because you have a mouth full of keg spigot.
Yeah, the keg spigot's kind of just poking you in the side of the cheek there from the inside. Very suggestive, but Keg's holding on to you. But that's your action, Keg, to kind of catch a lad and feed him the juice.
Fair enough.
All right, we're up to Gronk, and you've been donated, Keg. You have been donated a inspiration. So the board currently looks like Gronk's got an inspiration, Keg's got one as well, to use at any time.
Yay! Thank you.
You're welcome. Is it metagaming if we're giving ourselves inspiration?
Absolutely, but I'll allow it.
How many? Jesus Christ! How much does our healer's giving us another one?
Yes.
Fucking heaps.
I mean, you could give us an NPC named Birdperson as a healer.
A friend of mine is rolling up a healer, like a cleric, for a different campaign, and we're like trying to figure out a time when she can jump in. Like maybe someone will leave. Da 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 da. And I was thinking to say to her like, yeah, I have this other campaign that they might really need your help. I know you've written this intricate backstory to tie it into the other campaign, but have you thought about fighting dragons?
Have you thought about becoming a wage slave in Fancy Lads Incorporated?
That's right. Saudade's getting some love too. All right, excellent. Well, it is Gronk's turn.
Okay.
Gronk, what are you going to do?
Alright, so this thing is refusing to come and fight me fair and square. How tall is this? These two turrets on this bridge, the towers?
Excellent question. Let me show you the picture of them. So if you remember, this is white.
Yes.
Um,
So almost as tall, pretty much taller than the dragon.
oh yeah. For sure. And it's got this looping staircase up around it, right? I mean, it does probably say in here somewhere. But yeah, I mean, it's probably up above, or like, if not level with where the dragon is now, right? I'd say it's a good 60 feet up, for sure.
Cool. All right. I would like. Oh, it's a lot of mid distance.
Rage charger.
How many of those do I have left?
I talking about how many rocks you have left. I'm pretty sure there's an infinite amount.
No. How many javelins I have left? 1. Okay. I'm gonna run my the 30 feet as high as I can up that and bank up the closest left-hand tower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you take off at a run. I think your speed's slightly more than 30 feet, isn't it? Don't you get?
It says 30.
I think maybe it didn't copy that across because I think you get as a barbarian whatever.
D&D Beyond. See me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think you got really fast at one point, and then.
I mean, you learnt it from your old man.
Yeah, I remember getting really jealous, so I went back to the gym and got even faster.
I've got here 40
Wait,
feet.
just gotta focus on cardio.
I got here 40 feet is your speed.
Yeah, 40 feet. Yep.
20 of that is from your dad.
Alright,
so yeah, I'm gonna say you got to make like a full loop around this thing.
Yeah.
But you can get 40 feet for sure. Up the and you start. Wait, that's Saudade. Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. I'm there.
Yeah. So you start.
I'll stop.
Fanging it.
Stop. Nope, I'll have to stop here. And I get there, and I'm going to turn and throw my javelin at the dragon.
Okay.
Make sure my rage sticks around.
Are you going to cash in some of this?
Not yet.
Inspiro?
No.
Saving it for good shit.
Yeah.
Ever for when this fight gets serious, Gronk.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you made it a bit harder.
Did that work? Why did that not work?
I saw it roll, but I didn't see it turn up.
No.
Let's
Let's try that now.
Oh, there we go. Javelin attack. 25. Yep.
Another 19.
That effect I believe is once per day. The,
And I wasted it on a fucking rock.
the expanded. So's the extra damage from your Orcish Fury, isn't it?
Son of a. That wasn't Orcish Fury. That was just my what's it called? My
Savage attacks. Oh yeah, so savage attacks you still get extra dice.
yeah. 7 damage.
7 damage. Look, the dragon's about ready to cry home to its
Is
whatever.
it bleeding yet?
No.
Not even close. We haven't even hit it properly yet.
Cool.
I poked it inside.
still scared, still hovering around there. In fact, starts moving away, so that it's not in a good position to be able to catch you if you do fall. And Yeezymandius. All right. So Yeezymandius sees Keg on its tail, going for its junk. He's not stoked about it. I'll tell you that one now for free. He goes down and tries to bite Keg. 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So it's 22 piercing damage.
Yeah,
and
that'll hurt.
And 10 poison damage. I believe you do have resistance to poison, so you get to halve that one.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so it's only 27 damage total for you, I think. He's going to try and rake his claw at you as he just starts going higher and higher. That's a bit too high. 120. The claw comes at you, Keg. Oh, completely whiffs. And he tries to also claw at Saudade, but 20 to hit.
Saudade?
Yeah.
You know that it hits, man.
That's 16 slashing damage, my friend. As Yeezymandius starts
is that still with a disadvantage because of his eye?
Excellent question.
Yes.
See if he can shake that off. See if he's able to power through a bit of eye gouging. Yeah. So he's able to get the eye open. He put some drops in. It's a little bit bloodshot, but he can see you well enough. And it's your turn.
He knows where you are.
He knows where you are.
His vision isn't based on movement.
Let's just check if his breath has recharged. Nope. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm unconscious again.
What do you mean?
Keg just
get a fucking go.
Keg gave you 20 hit
hit me
points.
for 18 damage, man. You only
I
gave me
gave you 40.
Oh, he gave you 40 health, mate.
40 health.
Oh, you gave me 40 health. I don't know why I only had like 8. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Keg's level 8.
Plus that drink.
He gets like a ton. Like that was like
I haven't had
almost
the
all
chance
of your
to
lay on
drink
hands,
yet.
wasn't
That's
it?
my next turn. Sorry. And how much damage did he do again? 14.
Oh god.
16.
Oh Jesus Christ. Oh god.
1, 6, 16.
Oh, thank you. We're on track, boys. We're on track.
And so it's your turn, Saudade.
Oh, so step 1, drink the drink. I'm going to drink the drink. Actually, I might. You know what? I'll hold on to the drink. I'm going to pocket that, and I'm going to use my spell to heal myself. Which is wholeness of body. Once per long rest as an action, you regain 24 HP.
Cool. So you're sort of hanging off, or while Keg's kind of holding you to the tail here. What does that look like as Saudade sort of dangles in the breeze?
I think what I'm going to do is I say, I look at Keg. Keg's, I think Keg's Keg's pumped, ready for the fight that is occurring. He looks down at me, and he sees me kind of like calmly go, "Thank you, Keg." And then I start like climbing up Keg, back up to that original spot that I was at, like at the base of the neck, in between the wings. But I'm very like calm about the whole thing. Keg's like, "What is he doing?" Well, what I've actually done is I'm actually just regaining my sort of willpower to continue fighting.
Mm-hmm. Give me an athletics check to see how that hand over hand climb goes.
Not great, mate. I'm going to be honest with you. I rolled a 3.
Okay. Did you want to spend an inspiration?
Yeah. Fuck oath. And what do I roll for the inspiration? Like, what type of die?
A d20. You get to just roll the d20 again, as if you have advantage.
Ooh, 11 plus my athletic is 12.
Okay. You start making your way up the dragon. You don't get to that good like head spot that you did before, but I reckon you're able to get to that sort of torso. You get up onto the torso kind of area. You're now like on its haunches rather than sort of on its tail.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Thank you. And then how much more health do I have?
I have you at 48 now.
I've got 40. I'm just trying to think. Nah, I don't think I can drink the drink, so I might do it next turn. But I might just shout out to the dragon. You can't see me. You can't see me. And then I'm like, because he's blind.
He's not anymore. He became that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean he just shook it off that one round. It's fine.
Yeah.
Got a plan. We need to get him to fly up now.
Okay.
I'm not even on him.
It's flown up. Gronk can't even attack it. It's flying up. It's just you and me crawling all over a dragon
Only
dying.
we had somebody with wings.
I mean, by all means, sub in, mate. By all means, sub in.
It's
I'm at work,
fucking
dude. I can't do
listening to
anything.
this. What do you mean you can't click a roll? You can't click a roll every 10 minutes?
Can't.
Click an inspiration over there.
He's at
Are you
work.
at
I'm
work?
paying him to stay out of the fight.
Yeah.
The dragons are paying him to he switched sides. Alright,
Okay.
Keg, what are you gonna do?
So I'm on its tail area.
Yeah.
Can I see its asshole?
Sure. Yeah, you can see it.
What are the chances of Keg being able to crawl into its asshole?
Not great. I don't think his asshole's that big. I think you could stick an arm in there at best.
I assume it has less armor on the inside of its asshole than the outside of its body.
That is
Potentially.
actually a darn good fact. That is a darn good fact.
It is also
I-
full of poison.
Its gullet or its asshole? Because like my asshole isn't full of stomach acid.
That's true.
That is 100% a fact as well. Dan.
You don't breathe stomach acid though.
Yeah, but I don't breathe shit either. I mean, they're separate systems. I'm not trying to be crude here.
Yeah, but you talk a lot of shit.
Does that mean that its farts are poison?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if its farts were acid, but let's figure it out together.
You smelled dog farts? They're definitely poison.
Look, all I'm saying is it's got to have something different to its stomach. It has to have an intestine.
Yeah, I'm saying like whatever its breath is, its asshole's got to be worse.
That's actually
Yeah.
a fair point.
That's a good. Listen, we're attacking its asshole.
Yeah.
Alright, it's an unarmored location close to me. That's where we're going.
Okay, all right.
Should
Again,
be an arm up in there.
not trying to be rude, but like the back obviously has the most armor on it. So
All right. Well, yeah. So you trying? Well, you're essentially trying to hit it from the rear. So give me that sweet attack roll.
there we go.
Trying to hit it from the rear. Not bad, mate. Not bad.
Taking a Barnaby approach to things.
Not bad. Look, I was better at this in my early 20s, but let's have a go.
That's a dirty 20 to hit. That will
It's
hit.
a filthy 20. Filthy.
You don't necessarily get, you're kind of flailing around too much this high up to really get a good leverage position, you know. But you're sort of hammering it on its hindquarters, and you think you are doing some damage to kind of the fleshy parts of it. I believe you have a second attack.
I do, and I would like to, do some sort of magical smoking with this one. So I'm starting to get a thumbnail in there. Double. How's everyone enjoying this? Good game? Replied Branding Sign no longer exists on Keg. That's weird. The requested item Branding Smite no longer exists on Actor Keg.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, was that your macro?
Yes, sir. Yes, it was.
Well, just do your attack, do your normal attack, and then we can do like a normal divine smite.
Thank you.
You start beating on this thing, trying to get that thumb in, get that tankard in the sweet spot. But unfortunately, a 17 is not enough, as you're perhaps too buffeted by the winds. The tail itself is starting to fly around, and you're kind of barely able to hold on. You try and hammer it as you kind of fly past, but unfortunately, you're not able to get that good leverage.
God damn it. Okay.
Gronk. Give me enough. If you're trying to like just sprint up this tower to do what I think you're going to try and do, give me an athletics check here.
With advantage because I'm raging?
Yeah. I assume you're just like arms pumping.
Yeah, I'm
like,
going for it.
Fucking vroom.
Also, I think the dragon is probably like leaning down now, considering what's just happened to it.
It's clenching, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, it's certainly not raising into the air at full speed now.
Yeah.
You make it on top.
Sir.
Yeah, you make it on top of the tower where sort of an orc archer is kind of watching the spectacle. He doesn't see you, but that's you have an action. You're kind of like coming up on him, but you don't have. It takes your kind of entire movement to get the remainder sort of 60 feet up.
So I'm above the dragon now. Yes.
It's actually gone a little bit higher, so it's out there in the abyss where you'd have to jump. There's still some height you'd have to make.
Okay, so it'll go up. Yep.
Yeah, you'd have to jump up and across.
Yep. I will get out my trusty grappling hook and make sure as I jump, try and get a good solid pierce through some of its hided wing, so I can trail along behind it.
Okay. Give me that grappling hook attack roll. Now, I believe you are proficient in this, so if you don't have it, you can just roll like you would for your great axe, and we'll be able to base it off that.
Well, that didn't work.
It was almost land on that 20. That's a 15, my guy, and that's not going to cut it.
I go plummeting to my death.
Do you have an inspiration left?
I have an inspiration which I'm going to desperately use.
So is this you've jumped and then grappling hooked, or are you trying to grappling hook from the tower?
No, I was going to jump into mid and then super cinematically throw
100%
it mid-air.
commit.
Yeah, committing.
Yeah.
So if this doesn't work, you've jumped off a bridge.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Better.
22 will
Much
cut it.
better.
So you
Much better.
you hook yourself, or the grappling hook kind of wraps around one of the dragon's feet, and you are now dangling from it by a chain as it sort of flies back over the bridge, pulling you with it.
What's really funny is I did a little bit of research, and it said the number one thing not to do in a dragon fight is to let the dragon fly. Now we are all on the back of a dragon.
It's all right, boys. I'm here.
Oh,
First move.
Thanks, Alex.
Now,
Alex just
Dan.
redeemed some points to give me inspiration, so I
I
wouldn't
know.
feel
What
left
the
out.
shit? What the actual shit?
You're
Uh,
welcome.
Such a prick.
Something tells me your character is plenty inspired there, Dan.
Question, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Does me hitting the dragon with my grappling hook count as an attack?
I think so, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
As so it's wrapped around it, and you're sort of now dangling kind of 20 feet back,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
As it flies. The dragon starts streaking over the bridge. How far can it move? Holy shit. This thing can really fucking move. And it pulling you along behind it. Gronk, Saudade, and Keg. It's going to try and do like a barrel roll kind of maneuver to try and shake you loose. I need each of you to make a dexterity saving throw. Gronk, I'm going to give... Is your chain...
It's technically tied around my waist.
It's tied around your waist?
It always is.
Okay, yeah, you're going to succeed on this one.
Problem is, I really can't get off. I'm very much attached to this thing for good now, unless I can get up to unless I can get up to where the hook is.
We're tied to the dragon.
Keg, you go flying. You lose your grip.
But I've got inspiration. I've
Okay.
got inspiration.
All right.
Hang on.
Fuck. That's worse.
Oh, yeah, so that 8 ain't going to cut it. The 3 certainly isn't either, my dude, my guy.
I'm thinking when Keg, you go plummeting.
Oh, we've got a late inspiration gift for you, Keg. There, if you want to take one final chance. But if this is it,
Oh, yes.
if this
Yes.
is it, you're gone. You're in the drink. You were the drink.
Old Keg.
So it's a natty 1.
Nah, it'll be good. Hang on. Dexterity. That one. Oh, no.
You slide down its tail. You're barely holding on, but
Justice.
you're like you're in a position. You take 12 bludgeoning damage as you're like kind of buffeted by the winds, and you're kind of hanging on barely by a fingernail right now. Cool. All right, that uses up its 2 actions to do that wing attack. Saudade, what did you get?
On what?
The dexterity saving throw to avoid being thrown off a spinning, diving dragon.
Just quickly roll that. Sorry. Oh no. Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Beautiful. 14 altogether.
Okay, you also take 13 bludgeoning damage as you're kind of like
Is that
flattened.
half, or is that full?
That's full. That's full, baby.
Oh, cool. So I take half damage because of the monk trait.
Okay, take your word for it.
Yeah.
As you're kind of knocked off, losing some of your grip as well, and going sliding down its leg, you're kind of you're as well like hanging on by a foot now, whilst Keg's kind of dangling at the edge of the end of the tail. In fact, Keg, you're probably pretty close to where Gronk is. As I believe its tail's probably like a good 15, 10 feet. So you're both like hanging behind it like streamers behind a.
I'm getting pulled on by my waist, just like, Keg!
Yeah.
I'm gonna tie myself to Gronk. My drink spell.
You see Kegasis like running to try and keep up, making its way to sort of the edge of the gorge here. It's Saudade's turn.
All right. So we're over the gorge now.
Mm-hmm.
And how far above we are the gorge?
How deep is this gorge?
It's pretty
How
fucking deep.
deep is the gorge?
It's super deep. It's like
Because I think the last time I saw when we were over the hard ground, we were 120 feet up in the air.
yeah, about that. Yeah.
So I can only imagine that this gorge is deeper than the 120 feet we were originally up in the air.
Yeah,
That's
what
a
is it?
huge chasm.
That's a it's a mighty gorge.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to get at is, I'm guessing we're definitely more than 120 feet up above the gorge.
Yeah.
Yeah, hitting the ground from here would not be fun.
Alrighty. I'm going to do a normal attack
Okay.
with my bare hands. A 10 doesn't hit, but I've got an inspiration. So I'm going to use that inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And how does a 23 sound to you, Dan?
23 sounds pretty decent.
And I do 6 damage, but what I'm really trying to do is a stunning strike, which you knew which was coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to stunning strike the bastard, which means I spend a key point. Let me bring it back up.
And it makes a con saving throw, is that right?
It does do a con saving throw, yes.
How's it 26?
Too good, mate. You were too good for that one, and you know it. So I'm going to do my second attack, and I do 19 on the second attack.
19 will hit. How much was the damage
Yeah.
of the first one, sorry?
6 altogether.
6, yeah, cool.
It was a devastating 6, so I'd just like to add that.
I mean, it's not looking... This dragon's looking somewhat bloodied. It's you've certainly put some heat on it.
I do another 7 damage with that attack, and I'm going to spend another key point for this stunning strike.
Okay. It's going to make another con saving throw. Does a 14 cover it?
I've got a DC 14.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Well,
my third attack...
Is your
was a
DC
91.
14?
Huh?
Is your DC a 14, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yep. And you just got a natty 1.
It's got a 91. So I'm trying to punch it, but I'm getting very tired while doing it. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to spend another key point. I'm going to do a flurry of blows, which means I do another attack. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, shouldn't have done that. Alrighty. Cool. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Thanks for playing Keg.
Right. Keg, first of all, needs to make sure that he doesn't go anywhere on this dragon. So he is going to loop his drinks belt. You're saying I'm close to Gronk, yeah?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
both
gonna,
like flapping in the wind. You're holding on to the dragon tail.
Yep.
He's sort of chained to the dragon's leg.
Excellent. I want to reach out to Gronk, try and grab a hold of him, and loop my drinks belt around his chain.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that this is a sleight of hand check.
Oh, that is bad for Keg, but let's play.
10.
Not great.
10's not great.
Like I said, sleight of hand is bad for Keg.
Yeah. Tell you what, Keg, you get the belt loop around your drinks flask, your emergency belt flask thing. You get it around the chain so that you're kind of closer to Gronk now. You're like you're like Michael Keaton in that who's the chick in the Batman Super Bowl Batman movie. You're on there on the
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer, that's the one. How much do you weigh?
Oh no, that's the second one.
Oh, that's Catwoman. Yeah.
Yep.
Selena Carr. No, that's Selena Carr was Michelle Pfeiffer. Anyway, off track.
How much do you weigh?
Yeah. You have an
Vicky Vale.
Vicky Vale. Yes, good. You have an important thing to happen here, Kate. I will let you make this. However, one of your drinks is going to go.
No problem.
What do you lose?
That's a good question. Hang on. Let's Alright. Make a quick decision. Make a quick decision. Oh, but I really like that one. Ah. The Queen's Rebellious Daughter. What does it even do? That one. Throw it away.
Okay, so it goes tumbling down. You after an agonizing moment, you see it it splash down into the river.
And Keg yells, "I'll never even know what that one did."
Cool. All right.
excellent.
You're sort of dangling way back, sort of 20 feet back with Gronk, just like getting real close, getting real cozy.
We're screwed.
Excellent. Do I have another attack?
Yeah, you're pretty far back though, so you're
You're
pulling
now
yourself
tied
closer?
to my chain, and we're a long way back.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm a pretty good throw. What do you mean a long way back? How far back are we?
Oh, like
25
15,
feet.
20 feet. Yeah.
My chain's 25 feet, so
Oh yeah, so you're like back here with him now.
That's a pretty long way back. You know what? I'm gonna give Gronk an advantage for when we inevitably try and pull ourselves towards the dragon.
Okay.
So I'm
So
just
you're
gonna
gonna use
begin
your
pulling on the chain with him.
yeah. So you're gonna aid him. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Well, that time comes now, Gronk.
yeah, I'm going to start hand over handing, pulling Keg and I towards this dragon. As I whispered the words, "We got to take out a wing. We got to cut off a wing."
We're gonna attack it in the arsehole. We've got to attack it in the arsehole. And Saudade whispers, "I've got to take out its eye."
We gotta blind him. We gotta punch him in the eyes.
And the plan goes perfectly.
So you two, you're sort of hand over handing, pulling yourself
Yep.
closer, reeling in the chain here. I'll let you do that as your kind of movement.
Awesome.
For sure. Give me an athletics check though to see what this looks like. Yeah, easy.
Shop on my thing.
Yeah, that's really weird. But that was an 18 on the dice, which is rather impressive.
Plus 6 or 24. Yeah.
So yeah, you pull yourself in closer, behind, like sort of like you're behind a speedboat that's
Yep.
flying.
All right, so can we get our way like up onto its back as it's so I can stand up somewhere?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're able to kind of
Awesome.
get around its legs and kind of you get your hands free to a certain extent.
Dislodge the grappling hook, so now I'm no longer tied to a flying dragon.
Okay.
And I stand up and laugh maniacally. Ha! Ah! I made it! Ah, I thought you could get away. Ah! And I frenzy and
Yeah.
recklessly attack this fucking dragon.
Okay.
So I'm gonna kick me frenzy in.
Can you be specific on where you attack them, please?
I'm attacking its right hand wing, attempting to hack it off at where it meets its shoulder blade.
Ah, yes.
Recklessly attack. Cool. All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Attack 1. 22 to hit.
That will hit. Do you want to fish for the crit?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yep, sorry. Do that. I will fish for the crit.
Nope. All right. So it's 9 slashing damage on that first attack.
Yep. Attack number 2. 23 to hit. We'll fish for the crit. No, 23 to hit.
What was the damage on that
Damage.
second one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
17.
that's spicy.
And my third attack. Not great. 11. Fishing for crit. 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
12 damage.
Oh, now he's joined the fight.
Now I'm in the game, boys. You're gonna die, clown.
Nothing left to do except hurt it.
I think we've really turned the corner, guys.
The hard part's over. We're all on the dragon over a canyon.
Yeah.
Right where we wanted to be. Attack Plan Alpha's back in the game.
Wait, was Attack Plan Alpha the butthole, the wing, or the eyes?
All three.
It sort of swoops down and starts like diving for the ground. On this over the chasm, so it kind of like goes over the lip of the chasm and starts like diving down for the ground.
Is it doing our job for us?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Check the rudder.
So it's gonna try and here we go. Cool. So Saudade, you're kind of up on its flank, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, I was trying. I think I got up to its neck and then I slipped.
Yeah.
So I'm about probably. I reckon I'm just sitting on his wing, his
Okay.
joint.
Left hand wing, and I'm on the right hand one hacking at it.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm on the left hand wing.
he's gonna reach back and try to claw at you, Saudade.
I mean, he can. I mean, he can, and he probably will. But
He doesn't. 13 will not hit.
yeah.
No luck there. He's going to reach behind with his big jaw and try and bite at you, though, Gronk.
Oh, is he doing this while he's diving? Very, very weird thing to do.
23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that's 10 piercing damage and 6 poison damage.
So 11 in total. 'Cause that gets hard. Cool.
And Keg, it's going to try and hit you, batter you with its tail, but it rolls a natural 1. And so you're able to you've got one arm looped around the chain. You're just batting away the tail like it ain't no thing, but a chicken wing, as this dragon plummets towards everyone's doom. Saudade.
Alrighty, so the dragon is doing exactly what I want. You know, I reckon he's actually going faster than the speed of gravity, pulling him down. You know, because he's streamlining the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm now going to helping us by trying to stun him. So my first attack is a 3. My second attack is a 14. My third attack is a 22, baby.
22 will hit.
With only 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Could I get him to do another save, please?
Con saving throw coming right up. That is a 25.
Yeah, you know that beats me, man, really easily as well.
Just rubbing it in.
You know, you don't need to be a dick about it, buddy. And what I actually want to do, can I like pull its ears?
Well, you kind of spent your whole action kind of attacking. So you tried to pull its ears, maybe, but you just...
Yeah, I get that. Well, and that's my turn.
Cool.
And it dies from exhaustion.
Yeah, the whiskey kicks in.
Yeah. All right, Keg's up. So Gronk climbed onto the wing, obviously.
Yeah.
I was attached to Gronk's belt, so I assume I am also on the wing.
Yes.
Excellent. All right, not a problem at all. This is right where we want to be, Gronk.
Attack the wing. Attack the wing, Keg.
All right, I make my way down to the I light my tankard on fire for some divine smoking.
Mm-hmm.
And I begin swinging away exactly where Gronk was swinging away.
Oh.
Time like 2 lumberjacks just whack, whack, whack. Yeah.
Just chopping wood.
I would have thought if you attack this butthole with a fiery thing, it feels a little bit like gonorrhea.
So that's 27 to hit. That'll be 13 bludgeoning damage. You hear something sort of buckle and crack in its wing, perhaps below you see sort of the scales crack somewhat. What is your? Let me move him here. What is your divine smite? It's 2d8. If for a first level spell slot, what are you?
Second. We're burning everything we got.
Second? Okay, so roll 3d8 for me.
No problem. No bloody problem at all. Which one?
Oh, I need to see if its breath weapon's recharged. It's pretty toasty. That's a hot 22.
Damn Twitch chat being delayed. I tried to see whether your roll for its breath chat being delayed made you smile or not.
Cool. All right, have you got a second attack, Keg?
I do. I want to do the exact same thing again.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So that's 10 bludgeoning damage. You're sort of battering into it here. Are you going to burn another Smitey Boy?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So another second level spell slot, a further 11 divine damage. Hey, Keg. How do you want to do this?
Yes! Another one! Fuck yes!
On you boys.
I mean, we're
Listen,
still on it.
it was a team effort. So I think while Saudade is smashing it in the eye, it's not really Keg divine smiting it. It's like Gronk is obviously raging as well. So he's just chopping away. He's going red. There's green blood splashing all over his face. I'm following suit. Just smash, smash, smash. The tankard lights on fire, and the wing just fucking rips off, and this dragon starts spiraling down.
Did you say it was gliding, spiraling, or like
plummeting down.
Yeah, I mean it's sort of like it's like a parachute with a hole in it, right? Like it was diving, and it had started to open its wings to try and slow descent, maybe to kind of throw you off. And yeah, you've essentially one of its wings with this divine fire and an axe combo has sort of torn loose, if not torn completely off. And yeah, it sort of goes into a death spiral, still accelerating quite quickly, or at least not decelerating enough.
Excellent. And that is when I yell for Pegasus.
longer frightened because we've killed the thing?
That's it. Come here, buddy, and save Dad.
Give me an animal handling check, Keg.
And by association, me, because we're literally tied to the hip.
We're literally tied. Now, do I have advantage because this is my animal and we are one solid unit?
I'll allow it.
Thank you, sir.
It's pretty good. Kegasus dives off the top of the
Look at that.
yeah, dives off the top of the gorge, and starts like trying to catch up. Its wings, looking a little bit bigger these days, not quite full wings, are kind of tucked back to allow for maximum speed as it kind of does that free fall move, right, where it's going to try and like grab you out of midair.
Excellent.
Gronk.
I'm attached to Keg, so.
Leap, Gronk.
Yeah,
Throw your chain at my horse, Gronk.
Yeah, I attempt. Actually, no, because Saudade's on the other side, so I attempt to. Yeah, like I'm gonna throw my grabbing hook for Saudade to grab, and then I'm gonna use the last of my rage strength to launch off this dragon up towards Kegasus.
Okay, give me the attack roll for throwing it at Saudade.
Sure. 15. Can he catch it? Is the question.
He's gonna have to try. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Saudade.
Doesn't he have that move, that monk move that he can?
Oh, I just rolled another natty 20. Wow, this is the most natty 20 I've ever rolled. Oh yeah, a 20. catch.
Yeah. You catch it. The grappling hook on the end of the chain flies past you, and you reach up and pluck it out of the air like it's an arrow. And then it yanked towards Gronk and pulled off your feet as he attempts to create lift by shoving the dragon down and trying to get some height.
So yeah, got Keg under one arm, Saudade under the other, and we're going to try and jump upwards.
Okay.
Dan, how far are we off the river at the moment?
You're probably like maybe like a round from hitting the ground.
Round from hitting the ground?
Yeah, so you're probably like a good. I don't know how many feet you fall in a turn, because.
Terminal velocity is 10 feet per second.
Yeah, but we live in a non-Euclidean world in D&D, so.
Well, it's technically 60 feet per round of combat.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
You double it for the exciting effect.
When you fall from a great height, you instantly descend up to 500 feet. If you're still falling on your next turn, you descend up to 500 feet at the end of that turn. This process continues until the fall ends.
You hit the floor.
Holy shit! All right, so what?
That sounds like a lot, though.
That's 83 feet per second. That's 8 times greater than natural velocity. Holy shit!
Gravity's heavier in D&D.
Yeah, I don't
We
know
need an orbital
who came up
cannon.
with
We
this
can fucking
shit.
just decimate.
Well, Featherfall allows you to fall at 60 feet per round. So surely, not Featherfall is
Shit.
faster than that.
So Featherfall is just terminal velocity in the real world.
I think Featherfall is actually I think that's normal falling speed. Featherfall just slows you down as you get to the bottom. I don't think it actually slows you. Right? It doesn't. The descent itself doesn't slow you. It's you come to a gradual stop at the end, and then you kind of land gracefully. But yeah, you're sort of about to get an action to move here. Gronk's leapt up. I'm going to give
athletics
Saudade.
check, or we're just going to do it.
No, give me that athletics check. Yeah.
Alright. Last bit of the rage before I get exhausted. Now D20.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got Keg under one arm, sort of tied to your belt. Saudade holding on to the hook shot and chain that makes up your belt, and you're kind of leaping up to basketball dunk Keg into Kegasus's waiting wings. Saudade and Keg, you will get a moment to act here before I resolve this.
To attack? Did you say to attack, Dan?
No, to act.
Oh, so yeah. So where are we now? Just in the sky?
Well, you're sort of in the middle. You're down in the gorge, falling, as Kegasus is kind of swooping in, seemingly trying to catch some of you. Yeah.
Because I've got slow fall, which means I can actually fall from a great height, as long as it doesn't do too much damage. That's what I'm thinking. I might want to land on the fucking dragon's head. I guess
Well, we still got to get rid of the guys on the bridge. This fight's not done.
it was a Makara. It was a test of strength, and we've obviously
We're here to fight the Orcs.
No, but the Orcs the Orcs are going to be plenty scared. We just killed a fucking great dragon. Trust me. But wait, we're still on the floor, aren't we?
Well, you're falling.
I'm moonbeam onto the back of Kegasus.
You can't moonbeam, but you have Misty Step.
Yeah, that's it. Misty step onto the back of Kegasus.
Yeah.
I think I'm just falling at this point.
Yeah. So okay. So let me narrate this then. Gronk, you've leapt up. You've got the chain that Saudade's holding on to behind you. You kind of feel the pull of him as you overcome that, creating the force from pushing the dragon down, getting using that as lift. you realize that Keg disappears from your side, attached to you, and just appears in a splash of butterflies and beer suds, sitting atop Kegasis.
Son of a bitch.
Kegasis' wings out, comes in for the glide. Gronk, I'm imagining that you're able to get up and like hold Kegasis around the barrel up from underneath. You don't quite get on top of her, but you're kind of like holding onto the barrel. You've got the axe back on your back, and Kegasis is still gliding down this gorge, and starts making its Saudade. You can choose at this point whether you are pulled along by Gronk's chain, or do you let go and go for the dragon? Because Kegasis sort of loops under the bridge, or like pitches under the bridge, and starts sort of making its way for a Sully-style water landing. As it's
I guess like because he's going close towards the water, I guess I'd let go at like say maybe about 30 feet from the water.
Mm-hmm.
And I just do like a bit of a swan dive into the water. So I'm going to guess it's about here.
Sure.
So I just
the
swan
dragon spiraling down, like lands with a splash amongst the rocks and the water, twisting its head at a terrible angle, like tongue lolling out of its mouth, eye rolling, as it kind of crashes into the shore of this at the bottom of this gorge. And this gorge has got to be a good, from the picture, what are we saying, like at least like 100 feet, if not 200 feet down. And the dragon sort of seems to be giving its kind of final gasping breaths as it lies there at the bottom of this gorge, half submerged.
As I swim over, as it's doing that last breath, I say to it, "The fancy lads have bested you," and then I shove its head into the water to help it just die quicker.
Its head is bigger than you. Like it's like you,
I know.
It's like if you told me like, oh, I'd move a car, I just like pick up the car and put it underwater.
I'm pretty sure I can do. I'm pretty sure we can do that, can't we?
Think of. Have you seen The Hobbit, where like Bilbo's dealing with the dragon? That thing, like, you stand next to its head and you're like, oh,
I say Yeezymandius, you have been bested by the fancy lads. And then I do like the Rambo slow walk away where he doesn't look back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the dragon explodes.
Where is my thing here? Okay. As you kind of walk away, or as you say, you know, you've been bested by the fancy lads. The labored kind of breathing of the dragon. It says to you, Private Khan leads an army of 10,000. You have defeated me, but I am just one of the fingers of Tiamat's hand. The Dragon Queen will avenge. And he stops.
Alright, guys, to add the list, ask dragons to the things that are going to fuck us up when we go back into the future. Gonna go back to the future. Oh, you stopped the orc army, but guess what? Now there's a dragon living in your fucking lair.
So Kegasis with Keg on top and Gronk being towed behind. This time it's a lot more like a being pulled behind a boat, jet ski, or wakeboarding. As Kegasis is unable to kind of maintain lift, especially with the weight of two of you. Kegasis hasn't quite got to that point yet. They're able to kind of glide down though and decelerate enough so that the landing is not too bad. You are going to take a little bit of heat here. It's 8 bludgeoning damage as you come in a bit rough. In fact, as you come in and crash into the water, Kegasis sort of goes into a spin and tumble, and then seems to sort of break apart into magic. And the two of you kind of skid along the surface of the water.
Cool. So 8 damage.
Yep.
Cake starts slashing around in the water looking for him before he realizes what's happened.
Excellent.
I think
He looks forlorn.
Oh, I deleted Gronk, my bad. I had you
bad
both
about
selected. Gronk explodes.
I'm going to tell me you're going to see another succubus.
Cool. So you are in a bit of a slow-moving river at the bottom of this gorge. A arrow or two starts kind of raining down, just sort of splish, splish into the water, as it looks like the orcs from up on their towers have started to open fire.
So now, how do we get up? How do we get up?
Keg yells up to them, "Do you not know the meaning of Makara? We have defeated your dragon in one-on-one combat."
One-on-one, he emphasizes.
Your army is bested, sir.
Your voice echoes off the gorge and like gets mumbled and jumbled as it kind of just, yeah.
Is there like a ladder that we can see?
No, and the current is sort of slowly drifting you downriver.
Oh, boys, I've been river swimming all week. Let this happen. It's going to be glorious.
Yeah.
Do you have like another steed that can like? I say this to Keg. I'm like, don't you have another steed that can come down and get us?
In 10 minutes.
No. I think we just go for a nice float. I'm a little tired.
How about we have a long rest in this river?
Yeah.
Or we just come up to the side and then we can just climb up.
You continue float. Did you see the picture?
No, I honestly think we let this river take us away from the island for a little bit. What we're doing is making it a great natural escape.
Let me throw it up again for the 3rd time today. This is what the gorge looks like.
Assassin's Creed tells me I can climb up that wall.
You are an old man. An old man.
And
You just fell off a dragon.
I didn't fall off a dragon, all right? I merely blacked out and then let go of my grip on a dragon. I did not fall.
If it wasn't for a savage deep throating, you'd be dead twice.
Yeah.
Let's just let this river carry us away from this violent army. I'm sure everything will be fine.
Well, thankfully, I memorized the map, and I know that this will actually take us back to the fork in the river inside the Witchwood. So this is all. We're good with this. We can just follow it this stream in this direction. We'll be right.
I don't care which wood this takes us to. As long as we get out of here.
All right, so let's get rid of Kixis. Yeah, so the 3 of you are lazily heading down the lagoon here, sort of making your way over the next few hours, floating. Keg, you're very buoyant, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
Gronk less so, I think, because
I'm not at all.
Yeah, he's got chains and an axe, and also
Rocks.
He's got a second. What's your exhaustion level at, Gronk?
I am at 1 level now.
Okay.
Dan, have you ever had a good float down a river?
Yeah, dude. I like in one of those tubes I have.
Yeah, it's bloody
also,
relaxing, isn't it?
Remember the houseboat? We would just splay out some rope and just like be
That's
pulled.
right.
Even when the houseboat was like moored, we just like hang out and have a bit of a float in the middle and have a couple of cheeky beers.
So this is definitely a short rest because you know how relaxing river floating is.
Yeah, I'll give you a short rest for sure.
Justice. Also, that houseboat was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, we should do that again.
Let's definitely do that again.
Someone won't have gastro when I go on it.
It might the game is just going to refresh. I realized that I didn't have my daytime mod on, so I wasn't keeping track of time.
To do what I do.
So I can tell you where we're at then.
Cool. I know we're at day 5.
No, we arrived at the gorge at the dawn of day 6, and you said they attacked on day 7.
Oh yeah, they start moving. They start marching on day 7.
Right. Yeah.
Cool. Starts day 6. Yeah. So this was so the dawn of day 6. You made it. So it's probably like early after, like just a bit before lunch, as you're making your way down this river.
What a successful day.
Yeah, really good.
We walked here. We killed a fucking dragon. I drowned it in the river as it died. No one can tell me I didn't. No one else was there.
I think we hop out here if we can. Swim over to the edge and march our way back up to the bridge.
And then be like, hey guys, this is with the guys who about 5 hours ago killed the dragon. Hello.
Well, actually, yeah, can we pull it over and have a chat amongst the lads for a second, Dan?
Yeah, well, you have plenty of time to have a chat as you cruise down the river.
Well, I don't want to get the map wet, and I want to show them the map.
Oh, okay, yeah, so you can jump out on one of the banks here. You're sort of deep in Witchwood River, Witchwood Wood country. The Witchwood Wood.
Are you able to put the map up, since I can't share my screen?
This one?
No, the orc map. That'll work. Use that one.
Let me...
No, that's fine. I'll use this. All good. All right, gentlemen. As Keeper of Keys and Grounds at Hogwarts, that's the one. All right, so we are just south of Skull Gorge Bridge, below that, where the river diverts off in multiple directions. The way I see it, we have several options. Option 1, we return to Skull Gorge Bridge, and we attempt to hold the entire 10,000-man army with just the 3 of us, as is tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Alternatively, there are some other places along this map that we haven't been to yet. So, like, there's Terrelton. Don't know what's there. There's the Nemon Gap that they say is not worth burning. So I don't think there's not much there. There's somewhere down near called, I think it's Douth. Tugrin wants to eat, wants halflings to eat there. So we want to go hang out with some halflings, get some of them. There's also some prisoners we could take. Prozza, he wants to burn. Can even go to Brindle. Witchcross, there are a lot of places we can go and get some allies. I don't think we have to fight this alone.
Or we could burn the wood.
Or we can burn the Witchwood. Keg's not keen on that idea, Saudade.
I think he is now after fighting that dragon.
Keg's had a change of heart again. We're not burning the Witchwood. Although, allies isn't the worst idea in the world.
Didn't we walk through Terrelton when we came here?
No, we started in Drellin's Ferry.
Is that? Oh, okay, yeah.
So in the...
Oh, yeah.
So to remember, in the start of this, when you came here in your time,
yes.
or in sort of the future, the bleak future where the orcs had already won, you made it as far as Brindle. I think you went through Denevar, which is the city where you found out that humans weren't allowed to wear clothes,
wear pants.
And then you made it as far as Brindle, which had become sort of this orc stronghold, the center of the Silk Road, where the seat of the Great Khan was.
And the Raven Queen basically gave us explicit instructions to not let Brindle fall.
Correct.
Whereas we've done even better. We haven't let even anything fall. We're doing great.
And don't forget, we still have the option of burning the wood.
We're not burning the wood.
So do we maybe we need to somehow slow them down. We need to slow them from attacking Drellin's Ferry. But maybe we can rally the people there and we can go and get allies somewhere else. We have, They march tomorrow. They'll arrive by day 5. So we got 5 days before they attack Drellin's Ferry.
No days if we burn down the woods.
Who's the bloody king? Who's in charge of this place? If I was emperor, I'd be sending an army down here.
Well,
Wait,
I
why
don't
don't
think they
we-
know, mate. That's where you go. Tell them. Sorry,
Here's
Sean.
a theory. Yeah. If we go back to the bridge, right,
Yeah.
and we harvest the stomach of the dragon, which has the acid, and we burn that, then we acid down the bridge.
Could do that and slow them down. Yeah. It's an idea.
I stay on it.
Why don't we tell the person who has an army in this area what's happening? We have a map.
We do. We could go to Brindle and rally an army. We could do that. That
Yeah.
is an option.
Can we
Hold
even
on.
try that?
Actually, I know the actual guy who lives in this area. His name is it's in my wallet, but I don't know where my wallet is anymore.
Oh, it's all
Hey.
soggy. The wallet got all soggy from the water.
Yeah, I know the captain. He's a really tough dude. Yeah.
All right, let's go see Captain Tough.
Yeah. I might need Dan to remind me what his name was.
I don't know why
He-
Captain Tough is the king of a wood, but all
He
right.
was, he's a duke. What's like another who do you have who like works for
Baron?
you? Yeah, Baron Stockmere. Baron Stockmere.
Yeah, that
I
was
was
the
a bit shocked.
so that was the
Sorry, Dan?
baron in the southeast of Winterhaven. So that's
Not
you're
near here.
potentially a little bit out of his
Ah.
jurisdiction right now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Because I remember like, oh, is it because when we went back to the future, they'd already taken over his area as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, Baron, the Baron of the Harkenwald.
Mm.
As a
Yeah,
fun
no-
thing to note, though, during that
Yeah.
entire fight, Sean, you were wearing a dragon skull and dragon skin shoes.
Yeah, actually, can we go back and get me like a dragon vest?
See my vest, made from
At the end
real
of it,
dragon
I'm gonna look like
chest.
one of those. I'm gonna look like those guys in RuneScape who just like wear dragon scales all the time.
Yeah,
You mean the cool guys?
Yeah, the cool guys.
I'll trim your armor.
Yeah, happy to follow your lead there, Gronk.
All right. Well, should we rally? Should we rally some troops?
We need to go see the lord of this area, the lord protector of this Witchwood.
Let's go to Brindle then. Let's head to Brindle.
You take the river.
We could take the river. We could take the northeastern arm, and then keep heading along the river to Brindle.
Can we keep floating?
Well, I would say no, unfortunately. Oh no, we would, because it's going to flow. Well, this river makes no sense actually,
Yeah, I'm gonna
it
say
would-
it goes
it would-
south and west.
because it would have to flow out of that lake down. But where's the other bit come from? Like the right-hand tributary to Brindle.
I think it comes from the mountains, up at the Giant Shield Mountains, and then comes down and then flows
Okay,
down
so no,
southwest.
we cannot float. We'll have to walk.
Mother effer. All right, we walk it.
I think we should go back along the road we came through to Drellin's Ferry to at least prepare the people there and let them know that we have slowed down the Orc army. They'll have to go and, they'll probably be a little bit worried about the Skull Gorge. We've got Varath Keep that's mine now. But
What's the
there we
version
go.
of Helm's Deep around here? Do you reckon?
Varath Keep probably.
Hmm.
Or Brindle. We could hold Brindle. We could let them kill everything up to Brindle. We could just fight them there.
Yeah, why not?
I think that's a bad idea because if we lose, then we lose.
Why would we lose?
I think you should
We
meet.
just beat a dragon.
Well, the question is, gentlemen, do we want to meet the Orc army in the fields, or do we want to be under siege?
How about we see what sort of reinforcements we can get, and
Sure.
then we can discuss tactics.
Excellent. Let's go to Brindle. Done. Sounds good. Nice. Emperor Keg.
I think discussing whether or not we meet them in the field or via siege with the three of us is a bit consumptive.
All right, you take the 5,000 on the left. I'll take the 5,000 on the right. Fuck you. I'm taking 5,001. That's the spirit. Yeah. So you guys keep making your way down the river, or at least along the river banks. Keg, roll me. Oh, sorry. Gronk, roll me a D100, please.
Nice, sir. Why is this not working?
Yeah, a lot of your rolls have been acting up.
Yeah. That didn't work.
Slash R on D100.
That's why.
I'll do it. To do everything around here. Okay. So do you make your way via the river, or do you sort of?
I think we can head down to Brindle and then head down to Drellin's Ferry and then walk up the.
Yeah.
Follow their path that they're planning to take along the Dawn Way.
As you kind of make your way down the river, you kind of get out at the what must be the Old Forest Road. This is sort of a cart track cut by humans some hundreds of years ago, and it's maybe still quite used. It's not as big as sort of the main road you came in on, the Dawn Way, but there is a sort of a foresty path that heads east and west. Or of course, the river continues going down.
Gentlemen, options, thinking. I don't know where we are. We can keep heading down south to there, or we can take this unknown road.
Sorry. All right, Keg, I love the idea of the unknown road into the forest.
Yeah, adventure. Let's do it.
I would say take the road very well traveled.
All right, road it is.
So is it road or is it
road?
Okay.
Adventure.
Forest road.
Yep.
Forest road, and you start heading sort of northeast into the Witchwood.
Northeast. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I was setting up my lighting in the gazebo.
Cool. So you start heading northeast as Sean decides to play a different D&D game in the background. It seems. Hold on, let me mute him. Here we go.
Oh wow, how cinematic! I am walking down a forest while sitting on a laptop in a forest.
Oh shit! Where are we? So the Witchwood. The Black Pits. Okay, so you start making your way to northeast through the Witchwood. It's pretty tough going. Like, it's not too bad because you're walking through sort of a bit of a path. But the Old Forest Road you're on certainly starts leading northeast away from Drellin's Ferry.
Well, I think if possible, could we have like a short rest as we hop out of the river there, just like catch our breath? We're a little bit waterlogged.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome.
Didn't we have a short rest in the river?
No, yeah, that's what I said. Maybe didn't do it.
Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't say that.
That's right.
All right. What is that noise?
It's something to do with Sean.
All right.
I muted him, so I can't hear him. I can server mute him. There we go.
Excellent.
Then we won't know.
Sean, just type when you're ready to go.
Yeah.
No, he can type it in the box.
All right.
Okay, so we're having a little short rest on this road.
Yep.
Excellent.
And so yeah, you stop for lunch. You stop for a spot of lunch.
Yes. One more.
One more? You need more than one?
What is the talk me through the lunch that that you two have?
My health didn't get any better with my short rest.
You gotta roll the dice.
What do you roll for short rest?
Yeah, I think for you it's 1d10 plus your con modifier. In the Forge thing, if you click the take a short rest,
yeah,
it'll then ask select dice to roll. You have 8 available, and you can click roll next to that drop down.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
And my the little exhaustion thing worked, Dan.
Excellent.
Very tired.
So talk me through the scene of stopping for lunch, Keg, Gronk, and Saudade. Paint me a word picture. Pull out those adjective paints and go to town.
If
Lunch for Keg. Oh, you go, Gronk. Go on.
No, I was trying to open my inventory. So here you go.
Okay. Lunch for Keg. I mean, he doesn't want to get a full-on nighttime drunk meditation going. He just wants a good sort of lunchtime siesta drunk going. So it's very much just pale ales. He likes to find a tree that's got a deep red to it, similar to his own bark. But he can't quite get into a fully deep meditation because he used to do that when he had Barnaby's sweet tunes playing. So that's pretty much what Keg is, looking like an old man drinking against a tree.
Excellent.
Gronk will have found some sort of small game, probably some sort of rat-like or rodent-like creature in the forest. And like the true heathen that he is, will just be hoeing into that raw.
Excellent. So not even lighting a fire.
No time.
Soaked through.
Yep. Needs some sustenance. Ready to rock.
Naked, eating a rat.
Yep. He's very tired, so yeah.
As you make your way northeast, the Witchwood starts to give way to more and more kind of swampy kind of ground headed north as you get closer up to the lake and kind of into the Black Fens. However, it is sort of the end of the first night. Let me roll here. As you've been sort of marching all day into the woods up here.
Sorry, does it have... Sorry, Doug, you go.
I've unmuted Sean in case he's back at his thing. No, he's muted himself again. Okay.
I did that. Do we try and sleep the night?
Well, this is really awkward because NZ Yeezy just resubscribed. Thank you very much. They may have killed your dragon, the Yeezymandius King of Kings.
Unlucky. It did put up a good fight, though.
He did put up a good fight, Mr. Yeezy. And I'm sorry that the presidential race didn't turn out that well for you. But hey, it looks like it didn't turn out that well for anyone.
So you're marching through the woods. You haven't really encountered any patrols or any scouts or anything like that. And you sort of make your way to the end of day 6.
So it's the end of day 6? Cool, that's what I need to know.
Yeah.
Do we try and sleep the night? Like, this wood seems pretty relaxed. We're experienced wanderers. You know, surely we can make a camp and have a good old sleep. Or do you think the matter is that pressing that we get to town as soon as possible?
Well, as of now, so the Orc army is now marching out of the Wormsmoke Mountains, heading down towards Skull Gorge. They will hit Drellin's Ferry in 5 days. So it depends if I reckon we can make Brindle in less time than that. We won't get back to Drellin's Ferry. So, I think we're just going to have to sacrifice Drellin's Ferry. I think we're just going to do it.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm alright with that. I really don't give a fuck about it. And they had a decent vet. That was about it. I mean, the Birdperson is technically unconscious there somewhere. But, you know what?
Something tells me he's not coming back.
Don't even need a healer.
No. Maybe we can pick up a healer at the next town.
I mean, they had a half-orc brewer guy that was pretty dope. But, and a vet. And I think those are really the only people you interacted with. Maybe there were some dwarves. I don't know.
Either way, I don't think we're going to make it, because by the time we get there and back to Drellinsbury, we're gonna need to have had a sleep at some point. Like at some point, we need to sleep.
Yeah.
So the question is, do we push on to Brindle without sleep to make as much haste as we can and give them as much warning and have a rest before the battle, or do we have a quick sleep in the woods?
Well, I don't think we're not going to get to Brindle in one push anyway now. I think we have to sleep at some point anyway, but I think we just keep pushing for now and maybe put sleep tomorrow. Because there shouldn't be anything too bad in this forest. Famous last words.
On the map, there's a town called Talar, isn't there?
Yeah. We can
sleep opposite the river there, or sleep in Talar.
So that's, especially because you're kind of off the path, that's probably a couple of days travel for sure.
Talar?
Because you got to go upstream. So you walk along the bank in the forest.
Aren't we on this forest track?
Yeah, the forest track ends up sort of going northeast.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
I can't see that. So.
Yeah,
we're gonna need to have a sleep. We're gonna need to have a sleep at some point. Like, we might as well sleep at night.
Because it's a small forest track. Like, it's not a main road that would be on a map.
I think we should cut a path straight for Neiman's Gap. I think we just cut a sick path through the forest, bushwhack it for a few hours, push Neiman's Gap. We'll sleep there and then move up the actual main road.
So we're gonna bushwhack at night.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, no, sleep now. Yeah, you're right. And then we'll bushwhack tomorrow straight to Neiman's Gap and we'll head up the road.
Yes, I think that is a good plan.
Let's do that.
All right, Saudade, say nothing if you agree. Excellent. All right.
Cool. All right, so you sort of tuck in for the night. Give me Constitution saving throws.
That's a beautiful throw. That is beautiful.
That's a beautiful throw.
That is beautiful.
3 for Keg and a 26 for fucking Gronk.
Oh,
Gronk's actually covers Keg.
Crit fail for Keg with that's 3. Crit success for Gronk with that 26. I'm just gonna roll for Saudade since he seems to have just left this. Gronk, you get.
I muted him. Are you back, Saudade?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Gronk, you get a long rest. You're quite at home, kind of sleeping on the ground, out here in the wilderness. But Saudade and Keg being bitten by mosquitoes. There's weird noises. You two don't get a long rest. You get a short rest if you want to spend some more hit die, but you do not get the benefits of a long rest.
All good.
And
we press on.
Yeah. Give me who's leading the bushwhacking process?
I think that would be Keg. He's very much in tune.
Yeah, Keg will take the lead on this one. He knows the right way to put his feet without disturbing the forest.
Cool. Give me a survival check to kind of navigate your way through this forest. Cool. So you're making your way along the path. You break off the path and start bushwhacking east, sort of southeasterly, and eventually you kind of get to the Elsir River. Takes a little while to ford it, but eventually you do, and you're making your way across. It gets to sort of like midday on the 7th day, and you stop for a break, and give me a perception check.
Keg needs a drink. There is no pub out here.
Yeah, you can't feel any pubs in the area. Gronk or Saudade, have you got your eyes out?
Yeah, I always have my eyes out. I'm keeping an eye
The Orc scouts. Yeah.
14 plus my perception is always +6, so 20 altogether.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a nice wood
Yeah.
for them trees.
Gronk, I
No
guess maybe
pubs.
the woods aren't usually your kind of go-to locale. You more of a kind of plains and mountainous kind of lad.
Back alleys, mate.
Back alleys, yeah.
It's your mum's side coming out again.
Bullshit.
Very good. Very good.
Black fans. Okay, cool. Let's roll a d100 to see what you see, Saudade. 74. As you're making your way through the forest, you notice sort of these bat-like creatures hanging from the trees, and they have these kind of long proboscis noses that look like mosquitoes.
Mhm.
And they're sort of all there's just a heap of them in this tree that you're kind of making your way around, and you spot that before obviously Gronk and Keg, who are just trying to bushwhack their way through. You're able to kind of hold them up and point up at these creatures who look like they're undisturbed now, but they're very sort of bat-like, hanging upside down there in this tree.
Can I do a like I guess a naked? I tend to Keg, and I'm like, Keg, this I've seen these before when I used to live as a hermit in the forest myself. I can't remember what like keeps them off us. Do you remember sort of can tap into the wood to see like what nature, what is a natural sort of like yes, like oil that the trees make to kind of keep it off their fruits. Kind of like eucalyptus oil is used to keep off mosquitoes. I'm thinking the same thing. I'm trying to remember. I'm just an old man. There's a lot of things to remember. Sort of what I used to use, like kind of coat myself to keep these things off us.
Mm,
Well, that's a medicine
Uh,
check.
yeah.
Okay.
Are we looking for some sort of?
Yeah, I was thinking nature.
Yeah, I was thinking nature for like some kind of bark or something, but
Yeah, I was thinking
But
more like
medicinal
herbology.
nature, is that what you're saying, man?
that works. No, Doug had a good point, like knowing some kind of like salve or something, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Like if we're
Are
in
you
the
saying
mind for like
nature
a
or medicine?
eucalyptus rub, I was saying medicine, but
Yeah.
whatever you want.
No, I'll use
Dan,
medicine. It's better for me.
you're the DM, Dan. Do you want medicine or nature?
No, I'll accept the
I
medicine.
rolled a 12 plus my medicine's 6, so 18 altogether.
Yeah, you Keg,
Well, ironically enough,
Yeah.
they hate the rub of the leaves of the very trees they're hanging on. I honestly don't know why they hang out in this wood.
So you're gonna try and get some of those leaves? You're gonna try and
That's
sneak
right.
up?
Yeah.
Who's the best in stealth? I stop everyone. I'm like, and I look at Keg, and I'm like, I look at Gronk. I'm like, Gronk, count yourself out for this one, buddy. Like, Keg, how are you feeling at the moment?
I'm feeling very stealthy. I'm feeling very stealthy and sneaky.
Because I've actually just remembered, Dan. I think I'm meant to have like one level of exhaustion, but I can't see where I've put it.
It should be on your character sheet.
I
I think I put it on there for you. There's like a little smiley face on your little portrait in your character sheet.
Okay, because is that also on D&D Beyond?
No, I haven't put it in D&D Beyond. You'll have to do that.
Okay, cool.
So you have disadvantage on ability checks while you have
Shit,
exhaustion.
Okay, I can't even see a thing. Cool, you guys keep going. I'm just gonna triple check.
You make your way, and as you get to sort of the end of the 7th day, you feel you've made a little bit you've gotten a little bit closer. You smell of weird, fucking bark.
Are we heading like direct for Nimon's Gap instead of up?
Yeah.
Sorry,
And because of Saudade's terrible stealth roll, Keg's terrible stealth roll. What did
the
Saudade
forest
get?
knows we're here.
Sean, what did Saudade get?
For a stealth roll.
Yeah.
So that's 10 and 7. So 7 was my worst roll. But my
Cheers,
stealth
buds.
is
Have a great night,
sorry,
buddy.
D&D
Get on the
it's
beers.
just gone on the fritz again. Stealth is 7, so I got a 14 altogether.
Okay. Whilst Keg makes a fair bit of noise, and these creatures sort of flap down and start trying to suck. They're sort of like giant mosquitoes, bat-like mosquitoes. They try and suck his blood, but aren't really able to pierce into his hard wood. Saudade, you and Gronk, who are a lot more, squishy, being meat sacks that you are, you kind of sneak in, grab a bunch of those leaves, and are able to kind of rub it all over your skin, and kind of make your way through this forested area without being attacked. Keg seems to drag their attention a lot, but then when they realize he doesn't have any blood, they kind of give up on him. As you're sort of making your way, there's you also notice as sort of night starts to creep in, there's sort of a low, little bit of like a kind of a mossy area. There's a lot of mud and peat on the ground. There's sort of these two gnarled trees growing fitfully on the rugged ground, and sprawled across their roots is the ruined and bloody remains of a horse-sized owl.
Birdperson.
The once magnificent bird's body has been partially dissolved in places, and swaths of foul, dark green fluid still sizzle and pop, eating away at exposed flesh and bone.
I have no idea what could have done this.
What foul creature would befell such a beautiful thing? Voldemort.
No vet will save this now.
Well, might as well use it. And I start plucking the feathers.
Okay. Are you making a like a cool pillow, like a down jacket? What are you doing?
I was thinking like a festive hat.
Does it have a beak?
Yeah, it's got like that kind of like owl beak going on.
I try and strap the beak to the bottom of my tankard to make it an even more pointy end.
Okay. So, Daddy, what are you doing as they start sort of
desecrating this corpse?
Yeah.
Desecrating. So you've got the feathers, and you've got the what, Keg?
The beak.
Okay. I shall get the bones.
Okay. You break into those little bird bones, or those big bird bones, I should say.
And I'm trying to make a flute.
Okay.
Like a gigantic flute, So poke a few holes in it, shape it a little bit. I'm gonna roll to see how well my flute making skills are.
Yeah.
What would they be under?
Do you have performance, or is this more like survival, kind of like you're whittling away at something?
Yeah, you know what? I've never used my charisma before.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see. While I'm testing it, I guess I'm using my performance skills to, see if it's to see if I've whittled it good.
Yep.
So yeah. I rolled an 11, -1, so 10.
Yeah, I mean it's not great, is it?
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It sounds like wind through a boat.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I wanted to make it I wanted it to be like a light flute sort of sound, and it sounds like the bagpipes. without the history and the awe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a man blowing through holes in a chicken bone.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So you make camp and start, working away at this. Saudade, you hear sort of the sound of like wings beating occasionally. You look up through the trees, up into the night sky. There's sort of a big-ish moon, not quite a full moon, and you think you make out some owls and things like that, and other birds out at hunting tonight. But the main thing you notice is sort of the crushing of the undergrowth, as sort of the sound of crushing, or something large is making its way through the forest here, sort of not actively like charging through by any means, but seems to be just knocking things around and making sound.
Quick, it's going to steal our kill. Desecrate faster. John?
I thought we were done desecrating and we were making camp.
Oh, my bad.
That's okay. We've made camp around its corpse.
Nice.
Perfect.
Well, I guess Keg looks up towards the noise.
Dan?
Yep.
I ask, I guess, do I think it's heading towards us, or do I think it's like just there roaming around doing its normal thing?
You think it's probably headed in your direction somewhat.
Not with like any intent, right?
No, it doesn't seem to be making like a direct line for you yet.
I say to the guys, we should start moving. I know we've made camp, but there's things in here that I don't know if we want to face. For it sounds quite large and solid.
What if it has drinks?
If it had good drinks, Keg, it wouldn't be in as undeveloped an establishment as we are in right now. And I point to the desecrated corpse on the ground.
That's a good point. Gronk wish you knew.
Yeah, I was like, you know what good pubs look like. Barnaby's taken you to a plenty. You also don't know what terrible pubs look like. He created one, and this is below that.
You own one.
Yeah, no, but I'm in there for like I guess money laundering side of things.
Gronk
That's a
wish you
return.
knew.
Yeah. I tell Gronk, let's get out of here.
Cool. So which way do you start heading? Like sort of around it,
Southeast.
or just away from it?
Oh, sorry.
And are you doing anything in particular to stop it from? Like,
I once again take the lead of the pack.
Okay. Are you being stealthily, or are you kind of just marching through? Okay.
Oh, that's a very good question.
Do you use compelled duel on it?
No, God, no.
Show yourself. I command thee.
Yes, I'm being stealth.
I believe you have disadvantage because you are heavily armored.
Yes, I am being stealth.
All right. What's its perceptione? Here we go.
Well, we don't even know what's following. It's like, we're just going to avoid whatever it is.
Yeah. So you lead the way, and you kind of hear the large stomping as you get sort of try and move around where what is making this noise. It sounds very large, and you kind of give it a wide berth as you make your way through, and you kind of slowly make progress through the night. I'm going to need each of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Awesome.
So Dowdy, you're at a... Oh no, it's not an ability check.
And I'm no longer exhausted because I had that nice sleep, so...
I refreshed my page. I'm waiting for it to load.
I'm close to Keg, so Keg, you give me a what?
+2.
Okay, cool. I have hit a mighty 12.
Okay. Okay.
I am still waiting for it to load.
Okay. As you make your way around, you catch sight of this thing. It looks like this.
Ah, yes, my nightmares. Fuck that!
So we should stay stealthy. By the sounds of Brent's reaction.
It's like an alligator that had sex with a rat and a horse.
Does it look like it spits green poison?
No, it does not look like that. It looks like it's just going to run fast and eat us.
So it's scary enough to scare away the dragon. Yeah, Keg wants to stay stealthy, and if someone wants to roll Constitution for him, that would be great.
All right, I'll roll for you.
Thank you, sir.
Con save all day, every day. Let's go. That is a 14.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so each of you kind of just power through the night. You're able to kind of stay awake. You don't feel great the next day, but you don't gain a level of exhaustion by any means. But you are somewhat wounded in terms of just your general stamina has taken a hit here. You're all going to take... make that 7 points of damage. Just as you're not having your best morning. You haven't had your coffee yet. It's the wee hours of, or sort of after midnight, wee hours of the morning. The only thing that's open is Nev's, and you're still sort of trudging through.
Nev's.
Yeah. In my other campaign, they decided to go to Neverwinter because they knew a guy who worked behind the bar at Nev's. And you could always get him at Nev's.
That's very funny.
Can you take that damage for me? Because my screen's just... I can see the Twitch screen, but I can't see our kill board.
Too easy. So after an hour or two making your way through it, sort of as I said, it's it's still sort of the dead of night, really. It's sort of 4 a.m. maybe. You hear a strange rush of wind and see soaring overhead 5 giant owls. Just like the one that lies dead
shit.
back in that clearing.
One that I'm not wearing a hat made out of the feathers of.
Each bears a rider. A dark-haired elf wearing leather armor, dyed green and brown to match the colors of the forest. The flying elves circle the area twice, and then alight next to the slain, or next to sort of a clearing that you're making your way through. They study you with narrowed eyes. One in particular looks at you, Gronk, wearing the feathers of an owl on your head, and says, "Who are you? What are you doing in our wood?"
Hang on. Keg whispers in Gronk's ear, "I know this race of bird. They're very... These elves are the same race as Ralgor. They're very passive-aggressive. Be nice to them. Don't worry. All they want is justice."
That's all right. I'm a judge. I am one of you. I am also a judge.
They look at you and say, "You are with the orc band coming in here, killing our allies, our kin of the forest."
No, I'm not with the band. I don't even know where our bard's gone.
he says, well, if you're not, he's probably a bit taken aback by that, actually. I don't think he gets it. He says, and if you're not bandits or marauders, then you are poachers. You have claimed the bones of our friends. I can see you wearing their feathers. Do you deny the accusation?
Just because I don't want to...
I mean, we appropriated some remains. I wouldn't really say that we poached them. I would say it more as a unwilling acquisition of the dead.
Yeah.
We recycled the material as to not cause degradation or harm to the atmosphere. And then Keg whispers to Gronk, you have to speak virtue signal. It's the only language they understand.
Yes. This is actually the national headdress of the local people, and we are here to help them build schools.
Not that we're appropriating anything or assuming a higher value.
I also speak at this point and I say to we are also very resourceful in what we don't like to kill many things. We like to use things that we find on the floor, that we find in the forest, as to reduce our footprint on this world.
One of you
Saudade gets it.
One of you give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Shotgun.
Persuasion.
I mean, I would do it because it's funny.
We all do it, and we just see which one of us
It's
persuaded.
worse. Yeah.
I like it. Let it play.
5.
I got a 5.
My argument of that we're but people living off nature has rolled a 7 because
Keg, I've rolled for you.
That natty 20.
Because I wasn't sure if your thing was still working.
It's still lagging. Oh, here we go.
Wow. So I rolled for you and got a natural 2022. And then you rolled 4 times, and on your 4th roll, you got a natural 20.
It's meant to be a 20.
So what do you say, Keg, that is the what's this critical amount of what does Keg say to these elves that is just so profound?
We simply come here to not judge you, but to judge others for their misgivings.
Oh my god.
The one who sort of seems to be doing all the talking and walks forward, so almost as if seeing you for the first time, Keg, and says, "Thank you, Ancient One. Your wood is as wise as it is old. When you saw and repurposed our friend, did you find an elf nearby? One of my kin?"
Unfortunately not. That is why we were wandering through this forest, to find them. It is our goal.
You must know, being an avatar of the forest, that there are invaders here. Foul creatures who kill, destroy, salt the earth where they've been, have no regard for how things have been, no regard for the privilege that they have.
Keg glances at Gronk and says, I know, but through harsh and necessary re-education, they are learning to be better.
Gronk slowly takes the feathered hat off his head and puts it down.
I start drooling at the side of my mouth because I'm a bit tired and senile at the moment. So
will you come with us, Ancient One, to Starsong Hill and join the Kiritor in a veneration of the wood?
Of course, I have literally nothing more important to do at this moment than to join you on celebrating the wood. Please lead the way.
They mount back up on their owls and motion for each of you to sort of get on one and kind of ride with them.
Can I summon Kegasus?
How long does that take?
It's about 10 minutes.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
So you summon Kegasus, and they kind of fly while Kegasus, flaps its wings and like gets a little bit airborne occasionally, but more like kind of glides. It seems to be more like jumping off logs and rocks and then kind of gliding a bit of a distance and then like running for a bit and then jumping again. It hasn't quite got sustaining flight going.
That'll do. That's all right. This is going great.
They take you north, deeper into the Black Fens.
Excellent.
And
Well,
as the sun starts to is kind of rising, you make pretty excellent time. And you see the hill on the horizon. It's this sort of mound of dry land surrounded by a thick grove of trees. The hill only rises about 20 feet from the surface of the kind of wetlands as you get into deeper and deeper into this kind of swampy territory. And you pull in and land. Keg, you have to kind of go through almost like you have to come through the camp, whereas they kind of come in from above and kind of land in a bit of a clearing. And there's a whole group of tents and even sort of some almost like tree houses and things like that built into the forest here. And that is where we'll end it for tonight.
Love it.
Woo. That was fucking sick, Dan.
That was very fun.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Not where I thought we'd end up.
Thanks.
No, I did not think that's where we'd end up.
And thanks, Alex, for just really being there for the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thanks us for giving ourselves inspiration.
Yeah.
And
Well
fuck
played,
you,
guys.
Alex, for giving Dan inspiration.
Hey, I gave 2 of you inspiration. Dan needed 1.
He has all of the powers.
He
Thanks
does
for the
have all of
inspiration,
the
man.
So yeah, long overdue because it was this game. It took us a while to get there, but thankfully we're there. Hopefully we'll get back on that fortnightly cadence if we can. We'll see how we go. Is Friday easier for you guys ongoing, or is it better? Tuesday, Wednesday still better?
No, I mean the Tuesday, Wednesday works fine. It's just that the last couple of Wednesdays for me were just rugby field, which is great. I think Wednesdays from now on will be fine with me if it's fine with you
Wednesday's
guys.
good for me.
Wednesday's
Yeah,
fine with
Wednesday's
me.
good for me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait,
So I mean,
I
keep it Wednesday. Just normally Origin would be played every 3 to 4 weeks, but just because of the season,
Yeah.
put all 3 Origin games at the end of the season.
Yeah.
It was an interesting thought experiment, and I think it worked out really well.
So session ends on the dawn of day 8.
Cool. Let me note down where we are. So we're now in
Starsong Hill,
Starsong Hill. Okay.
next to Lake
Guys,
Restin.
my dog's I can hear him barking outside, so I'm going to run off. But thank you so much.
Easy.
No
See you,
worries.
boys.
Catch you, dude.
Thanks,
I'm gonna
lads.
hit the
And
man.
See you, man.
Um,
Have a good one.
thanks for
Starsong
joining us,
Hill,
Doug, from the middle of
start
the from the middle of
Day
the
8.
forest yourself.
Mm.
Yeah,
Good fun. I
enjoy it.
enjoyed it.
Have you got a fire going?
I don't have a fire going actually. I've just been sitting by
Alright.
my laptop inside the gazebo.
Oh, you don't have a fire going. Oh, you don't.
No, I don't. I've just been kicking it in here.
Gazebo
I'm gonna
off
go
the
to bed
side
now
of the
anyway. Yeah, gazebo sticking out off the side of the van.
van. Nice.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go crawl in the van now and get some sleep.
Cool.
that.
All right.
Enjoy.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you, Dan. That was fucking amazing. Good to speak to you guys again.
Absolutely.
Have a
I'm
good
glad
one,
you guys
fellas.
made it out.
Yeah.
The dragon rolled pretty poorly, but I was rolling all in front of you, so you saw how it was.
Yeah.
It's probably because I didn't have Catherine with me.
Yeah,
That's it.
party killer.
Yeah.
So what you're
Um,
saying is you need more inspirations.
Shut up.
Yeah, well, I removed
You need to make the fights harder.
I
No.
removed the wandering monster thing from the from just being able to pay for that for free because it was kind of disrupting a lot of games. But I've added the DM phylactery, which fills up as people subscribe or place bits or whatever, and so that's going to have a bigger impact, some sort of plot twist or big monster joining a battle, or perhaps something good like someone showing up from Fantasy Bunnings and offering you a thing, or maybe Garfield shows up and that.
That's never gone wrong for us ever.
Well, I mean, it's not like you broke and destroyed his life's work.
I didn't do anything.
Exactly.
Gronk wasn't there.
So yeah, so I've tied that to that, and I'm also experimenting with some ideas of if we stream, or tonight we stream to the YouTube channel at the same time. There's a world in which I'm looking at a way that if people subscribe to YouTube, which is free, that will also fill the bar, or maybe that fills the DM bar, and Twitch stuff fills the player bar. So it's kind of like YouTube versus Twitch, players versus DM. And that could be interesting as well. That could be a fun way to do it, because then you can kind of choose who you want to support. But yeah, I mean the free inspiration is quite fun. It does mean I got to make my stuff probably a bit harder, right? Because you've got all this access to rerolls.
Oh yeah. Big times.
Well, thank you very much, Dan. That was awesome. So yeah, we started day 8 in Starsong Hill
Yeah.
with some dark elves, is that what they were?
Wood elves.
Wood elves riding
Giant owls.
owls. Cool.
Uh,
Giant owls. Referred to Keg as the elder one? No, not the elder one.
ancient
It was
one.
Ancient one.
Or the avatar of the forest.
The ancient. And we're involved in some form of celebration of the wood.
Yep.
There was a specific term which was
I think it's like a veneration
cool.
of the
Veneration of the wood.
wood.
Easy.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
So,
I mean, if you wanna go back and look at it all, it'll be on the YouTube channel. You can just like go
That's true.
there, watch it all again. Watch it now. Just leave it on repeat and forever and ever and ever and ever.
get those views up. I think that counts.
No, it probably doesn't count. But yeah, thanks for taking notes, seeing as I do that too. But it's always nice to know people are paying attention.
I find they help because they help me think about what we're going to do and what we've done, and at least we keep track of things. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks, dude. That was awesome. Great to speak to you. And Lex, lovely to see
Right.
hear from you, dude. Best.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for helping me enjoy my first 2 hours at work.
Enjoy the next 4, 5,
6.
an 8-hour day.
It's 11 o'clock now. I finished at 5:30.
Yeah, enjoy your 6.5 hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I'm
Good.
going to say
Very
goodnight to the chat and end the stream. And then if you're still online, Alex, I'll chat to you then.
Hawkadokis, I will be here.
Cool. So thank you very much for joining us here. Those of you who were here, I know Yeezy was in. We had obviously the boys who were playing in chat. Josh, I know you popped in earlier. Maddie, I saw you were trying to get some points for yourself and Sam. Looks like you all just want to lurk in there to get points to fuck up the Tats and Trasks game, which I think is brilliant. I think that's hilarious. And I'll think of more things. There's obviously points you can cash in, not just for inspiration, But if you want to be featured in the game in some way, you can cash in some points to get yourself a character in there as well. We may go back to going the group goals as well, that we're kind of moving away from the Wandering Monster. It can be a bit full on, but there'll definitely be ways for you to influence the game through voting, the DM phylactery, etc. And we'll find that happy medium, hopefully, just as we go on. It's all a bit of a learning process. If you haven't already, please hit follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hope you're enjoying the game, and of course, we'll be back Monday night for the Tats and Taras game as they finish up the Lost Mine of Phandelver. Tuesday or Wednesday, keep an eye on the schedule. We will be continuing Waterdeep Dragon Heist, the Time Heist, which is the other half of the Fancy Lads. And they're doing a more kind of political intrigue sort of campaign. And then this is obviously the Elsir Vale, Red Hand of Doom, big bombastic orc war campaign with a little bit of political intrigue too. There's allies who they have to hopefully look after and or maybe get on side, right? But we'll see. I think that's pretty much everything from me tonight. I'm going to just make sure I've done all my little final things here. You've been incredible, and I want to say thank you again. And yeah, I guess probably just have a lovely evening. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.